Aries, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your weekly tarot reading. This tarot reading is going to be for June 23rd to June 29th. So welcome, Aries. Hope you are enjoying the summer. It is in full swing, full bloom, and that's all you need to do in this 3-month period now that we're in, is to just bloom and nurture what you want to grow in your life, your dreams, your children, your friends, your family, yourself, and most importantly. So let's talk about the astrology. If you're new here, that's what we do. I'm an astrologer and a tarot reader. I've been doing it since I was 18 years old, and welcome. I'm sharing my gift with you. I love doing this. This is what I do every day, all day, as a living. I'm very grateful for that. This is something I've always wanted to do, and I'm doing it. And I'm glad that I'm sharing it with you. So welcome if you're new. Hit that subscribe, Okay, let's talk about the astrology first, and then we'll hit the tarot. June 25th, we have a new moon in Cancer. Yes, that's right. The energy is shifted now into the sign of Cancer, where we nurture each other, ourselves, and grow. Take a look at what nature's doing right now. Blooming like a mofo. You know what I mean? Now, new moons are an excellent time to put things into place. And these lunations, we call them, happen, new moons happen, and full moons happen every month. So every month we get a chance to calibrate our energy 4 times a year when we really get to calibrate, like we did with the summer solstice. And now we're moving into this new moon, which gives us a new opportunity to focus on an area of our life. And in astrology, this is landing in your 4th house of home, family, security. You could be literally moving into a new home or putting the idea out there that it's time for you to move. It could also be just a focus on your family. It could be getting some projects done around the house. This is when, we're like, okay, I'm going to focus on the yard. I'm going to get my yard tight. That's what I do. I love working on my yard and glamping it up. You know what I mean? Because I got a pretty big yard, and I'm very fortunate to have that. In a city setting, I got a pretty nice yard. So I try to keep it cool and secluded in the same time, because I don't want neighbors peeping on what I'm doing. They shouldn't look. They just shouldn't look. They shouldn't. They have. They told me they have, and it's not fun. It's embarrassing. But anyway, so we got a new opportunity for home, doing things at home, starting projects, maybe just making a point for this new moon for this next 28.6 days. This is the cycle that the moon takes, of just focusing more on home. Because if we have a new moon focusing on the 4th house, that's opposite the 10th house in astrology. Okay. So what that entails is there might be a work balance relationship that needs to be put into focus, to put into balance, So maybe you're working too much. Maybe you're taking a little vacation, Maybe it's time for a vacation. So that's the new moon. Excellent opportunity to begin again. And it usually happens with home and family and all of that stuff that goes along with it. Now on the 26th, Mercury, the planet of communication, moves out of Cancer and into Leo. All right, now, so Mercury's ahead of the game here, and it's moving into the sign of Leo, fellow fire sign. So we can speak our passion. Leo wants to have fun, Just don't be so abrasive, because Leo can be abrasive. Hey, where's that? Forgot the book. Well, let's start the reading, shall we? We're going to do 2 things before we start. We're going to get a message from your guides from the Sword of Light Oracle here, from the Archangel Michael deck. Love this. Love the messages that they give. So we'll do this first, and then we're going to get your angel numbers for the week. All right, let's start. Aries. Which one? One on the bottom. And it is take control of your thoughts. Your thoughts are creating your reality. Have faith and stay focused on the outcome that you truly desire. Interesting. Let's read up. Let's read more on this, shall we? Oh, Mr. Camera, don't have a hard time focusing today. You're going to notice that it's going to go in and out. I'm trying to find the sweet spot so it doesn't really, I'm so excited that I can actually show you these cards and they're not blurry. Oh, God, it's so great. Very grateful for the new setup. Okay, how often do you find yourself saying, Aries, I knew this was going to happen? Of course you did. The fact that it happened was because you knew it would. That's just the way the universe works. Whatever you focus your thoughts on, be it fears or hopes, is what you bring into your reality. Is that a spiritual truth? Hell yes, it is. Is turning your thoughts toward hope also easier said than done? Yes. Hell yes, it is. Your fears and worries have a tendency to obsess your mind. When faced with the reality of bad news, good news is shoved aside. That's when things can snowball into a flurry of negative thinking, resulting you in saying, oh no, I just knew this would happen. If you find yourself in a negative dialogue about your life, change the subject, regardless of who started the conversation. The key, though, is not to go down that rabbit hole in the first place. So if you're faced with something that worries you, immediately imagine the opposite happening. This is fucking great. I needed to hear this too. Archangel Michael has the ability to help you disconnect from fear and quiet your ego. When you're trying to use the power of your thoughts to your advantage, let Archangel Michael help. With some serious practice, you'll be expecting only the best in your life. Then you'll no longer be amazed when good things happen. Isn't that fucked up? Boy, can we predict our doom, but goddamn if we give ourselves just an inch to predict our future being a positive outcome. You know what I mean? Like, what's up with that? There's something seriously flawed with that thinking. So, take control of your thoughts this week. Maybe taking control of your thoughts about your home life. Maybe that's part of it right there. So, all right. Now, we've got our angel numbers. And it's 1212. Luck in love and obstacles being removed. I like that. I like that for this week. I'm really digging that. All right, you're seeing 1212. You know, when you see angel numbers, they're put in your vision to say you're on the right path. And I always try to think of where my mind was when I saw those numbers. You know what I mean? Usually when I'm really vibing and flowing through the day, when I don't have any expectations, I'm not feeling how can I say it? Like time constraints or anything like that, or putting pressure on myself. I notice that I see 222, 333, 444, 555. You know, it's interesting. All right, let's get the vibe, Aries. Is that it? Yeah. Interesting. Wow. Very, very, very indicative to what we were just talking about here. All right. Luck and love. This is showing, first of all, this is the layout. Two things we need to do, okay, and focus on. But I want you to pay attention to these threes that are out here. The Three of Swords is pain, heartache, sorrow. I mean, look at that. That's the worst card, I think, in the deck. I don't like that image here. We have the Three of Swords starting off the reading. And then we have the Three of Wands, which is working towards something that we're waiting for. We've worked towards it. We're moving towards it. And it's something that we desire. And it's coming. It's on its way. I really want you to pay attention that there's 2 threes at the end of this. 2 plus 1 is 3. 2 plus 1 is 3. You can't make this shit up, folks. Okay? Just want you to be aware of that. So what this is saying is, let's not focus on the heartache and the loss and all of that. Let's let this go. The 10 of Swords is letting go of those thoughts. You've taken enough. You've done it to yourself also in a sort of vein. So it's realizing that and moving on. Okay? And the obstacles are being removed because you're getting rid of the negative thinking this week. Now, the Emperor and the Three of Wands is showing that if you take action, take your power back, make the moves, you get what you're waiting for. It's that simple, Aries. It's that simple. And with this new moon, new beginning, 10 of Swords, ending, opening up to a beginning, this is a payoff when you let go of the negativity. It is that easy. Wow. And luck and love. We'll talk more about that. But let's get some oracles and see what they add to this. I knew those needed to be shuffled a little more. So, taking applied action, which the Emperor does, you know, making that move towards positive thinking brings what you've been waiting for. You simplify the process, it'll come to you. Wow, there was a lot more cards in here than I thought. Excellent. All right, emotionally withdraw from the situation. Right, your emotions are invested in this, and it's not working for you in your favor. This is all about self-confidence and did I say self-confidence? Self-confidence with the solar plexus. Shine as bright as the sun. That's how you wash away those negative energies. Trust the universe, what it's telling you and bringing you. Pay attention to the threes. 3, 3, 3. What's 3, 3, 3, Jeff? Let's get them out. Oh my God, it was at the bottom of the deck. You can't make this shit up. Growth, creativity, and divine support. The universe. 2 + 1 is 3. 3, 3, 3. 2 + 1 is 3. 2 + 1 is 3. Pay attention, Aries. Love it when that happens. And in my line of work, it happens a lot. All right. Ace of Pentacles. Prosperity begins, especially with another person. Those aren't your hands. That's your hand with somebody else's. Planting those seeds, that new moon, that new opportunity, and material harvest. By September, you'll be laughing about this whole situation. Really. Mark my words. Okay, let's get love. Let's do love and see what we have here. What do we have here for Aries in love? Because there's some luck in love. There's some growth. You're being divinely supported. Well, the Emperor's out again. All right. So definitely coming out of this uncertainty. I hope that we're getting rid of the uncertainty here. Moving on from that. Yes, definitely transformation going on. Excellent. You're transforming by taking your power back, making the moves, feeling confident to do that, standing your ground, not taking any bullshit, and protecting your energy from other people. And look at that. The Ace of Wands and the Nine of Cups. Wish fulfillment. Again, something is changing here, especially when it comes to love. Excellent. Wow. Okay, let's get messages of love. Let's see what we got. What else do we have for Aries this week? Lots of messages coming in, that's for sure. All these are face down except for this one because it's time to decide about this relationship. The uncertainty, you know, and I think emotionally withdrawing from it and releasing the negative thoughts will really help this week in order for you to move on. Finances, financial challenges are affecting this connection. That could be part of that. But the Ace of Pentacles shows maybe a new job. 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups. This is wish fulfillment. So, you know, again, the negative thoughts. Maybe you're in a lack mentality. Maybe you're in a lack mentality about your relationships and everything in general. You got to snap out of it. Obstacles are being removed for you. Wait, the timing is not quite right. You can be very impatient, you know, and your Emperor energy is showing here that you want to push forward, but it just may not be the right time. You still got some negative releasing to do, and that will serve you instead of just getting to the end result. Because if you get to the end result, you're really not going to appreciate it when you get to it. It happens. And mastery, you've learned the spiritual lesson. So hopefully, by watching this reading, you realize, okay, I still got some work to do. It's okay. Obstacles are being removed. Everything works out in my favor. The universe has my back. Okay. I'm going to try these new cards. What's the vibe? All right. Just got them. Let's see what they add. Okay. Yeah, they're called What's the Vibe? What's the Vibe? What's the vibe, everybody? All right, let's get some more energy and see what is up. I'm just getting the general vibe. We got blocked. Moved on, nothing to stay, stop calling. Maybe that's what you got to do, is make a decision. You know, fuck it. I'm not dealing with this person anymore. I deserve better, and I'm going to move towards that. That's for some of you. All right. For some of you, apology. Arrogant, rash actions, and insincere. So maybe there's an apology here. I have no idea why the cat is there in the symbolism. I have no idea. So maybe your cat, maybe you need to apologize to your cat. I have no idea why there's a cat there. I mean, this makes sense, right? You know, this woman's like, no, get the fuck out my face. But why? I don't understand that. Okay. Again, maybe somebody hurt your cat and they're going to apologize to you. I don't know. And stagnant. So cats and dogs here. Maybe, I'm thinking maybe there might be some things about pets here, but stagnant, stuck, dead end, and frozen. It's time to get out of that and make the moves. The Emperor is showing you to make the moves. Okay, I don't know. I kind of like those. We'll work them in. I'm just trying new decks. All right, let's get a closing message from the Cosmic Energy Oracle cards. Now, I really like these. I like the What's the Vibe too, but I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Maybe maybe someone's got to apologize to you because they were mean to your pets. Maybe they don't like pets. All right, closing message is this. Focus on your intuition, Aries. Listen to your intuition. It never lies. That will guide you, is your intuition this week. Obstacles are being removed. There could be some luck in love. Definitely wish fulfillment and getting what you want. But there could be a lot of growth that can come out of this when you take action. Something you've been waiting for is on its way. Let's get out of our stagnant energy and apologize if we need to. It's hard to do, but we need to. And move on. All right, Aries, that's going to do it for this week. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget the freaking weekend is posted midweek to give you the vibe for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I got you covered there too. And the summer solstice meditation is posted. Probably one of the best meditations I've posted on here. Go ahead and do it. Do it frequently during the summer. It will really balance and calibrate your energy. And if you would like a personal tarot or astrology reading with me in person or online, all you have to do is click the link in the description and it'll bring you to my booking page. Aries, have a great week. Pay attention to the numbers and pay attention to your thoughts. I will see you on the weekend. Thanks for watching. Taurus, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your weekly tarot reading. This tarot reading is going to be for June 23rd all the way to June 29th. So welcome, Taurus. Hope you are doing well. Hope you are enjoying this first week of summer. Yes, that's right. It is summertime. Summertime. I love it. Don't you love it? I just love it. Again, like I was saying in the readings previously, what you should be doing is thriving, growing, blooming, blossoming. That's all you should be doing, and enjoying this beautiful weather, this beautiful time of the year, and honor it as much as possible. Okay? Now, let's talk about what's going on astrologically. If you're new to the channel, welcome. But I am an astrologer and a tarot reader. And I like to give the astrology for the week to kind of use as a background canvas of what the energy is like. You know, we just can't dismiss it. It's there. So this week, June 25th, we have a new moon happening in Cancer. All the energy is shifting to Cancer now. You know, this is that time of the year. So it's a feeling moon. We could be moody, you know. When the moon is in Cancer, it rules Cancer. So it's extra. So this is an extra new moon. And it's shining light on your third house of communication. So this is an excellent time to begin new communications with others, communicating your feelings, keeping a lid on that. You know what I'm saying? So you might be going and planning for a trip, a small trip. This could also bring brothers and sisters that energy into the fray. But you have a new opportunity here to really communicate what you need emotionally, okay? And on the 26th, Mercury, the planet of communications, is moving into Leo. So there's a passionate, fiery way of communicating your emotions. You see how that all connects? So I think some of the advice would be for you this week, Taurus, is to find a new way of expressing yourself emotionally without overdoing it, okay? Without being extra, all right? So let's start the reading with our angel numbers. Let's get the angel numbers for you for the week, Taurus. Thank you so much for being here. Which one? The one facing down. Okay. All right, let's see. What do we have? 12-12. Damn. Luck and love and obstacles being removed. Fantastic. We'll just put that right in view. Bingo. And let's get our first message of the week from the Sword of Light Oracle. This is the Archangel Michael deck. Really love this. Connecting with the archangels, especially Archangel Michael. I have him right here. Love that. With his sword and his shield. Cuts all cords. Guides you in so many loving ways. All right, let's see. What do we have? Wow, be a light to others. Love that this week. The number 4. You have a powerful message to share. Shine your light on the world so that others can learn from you. Wow. Let's read more about it, shall we? I got so many cards lately. I got so many new decks. They're everywhere. All right, number 4. Also pay attention to the number 4. What do we have here? Archangel Michael, number 4. The world needs people who are kind, giving, and spiritually tuned in, Taurus. People like you. You have the grace and wisdom necessary to help others heal from all manner of emotional and spiritual wounds. Know that you do not need to be engaged in a direct, hands-on, or traditional method of support to be of assistance to them. You present an example of compassionate, non-judgmental living that people can learn from just by being around you. While your presence itself is a gift to the world, many of us in the angelic realm see you as a spiritual teacher. We think it's time that you shared your light with a much larger number of people. You already know all you need to know. Perhaps it's time you stepped out of your comfort zone and became a mentor or a coach to those who are struggling in this world. What you learned that allowed you to make it through all your difficulties and challenges can now be shared with others, acting as a beacon to guide them through their own dark times. Wow. So, be a beacon of light to others this week, including yourself. Never excluding yourself, but including yourself. Be your own beacon of light. Use your own inner wisdom. You need no other tools. You know, it's time to really let that light shine. This is summertime when the sun is at its highest point in the sky. All right, Taurus, let's get the vibe for you. Sneaky card flipping over like that. And see what else we have for this week. Okay, is that it? Yep. Well. Pages, 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 pages have lessons here. Are bringing in news and lessons. And the outcome is a little bit different than what we normally do it in this reading, but it's for a reason. We have 2 major arcanas here. Well, actually 3 in this reading, so this is pretty important, so pay attention. But we're going to look at this first, because the Hermit and the Empress here are showing a time of going within and finding that inner power and taking your power back from whatever situation is going on here. Because the Page of Wands is coming in to say, you know what? You're taking things way too seriously. Way too seriously. How many of you agree with that? Put that in the comments. You know, it's time to lighten up. It's time to enjoy yourself. The Page of Wands brings in a fresh approach. You know, a little child doesn't wake up in the morning and go, fuck, I got a car payment to make. You know what I mean? They have no agenda. Sometimes they do. They just want to play. They want to have fun. And they go to bed exhausted with a smile on their face. You know what I'm saying? That's what you should be doing and implementing this week. You know, obstacles are being removed for you. But the Eight of Pentacles is saying, put in the work. You know, put in the work to have more fun. Page of Pentacles brings in an opportunity here for a much more settled, grounded life. That's what you want. You know what I mean? You want all the creature comforts. You just need to be patient with the Temperance card. And that's a huge thing for you this week, is to be patient. All things in divine timing. Okay? And then we have the Hermit. You need no other tools, and it's time to empower yourself. But also there's an idea here that needs to be birthed, like being a light to others. Okay? Now let's get some oracles. You see how this is flowing? So the pages bring in a fresh energy, you know. Page of Wands, Page of Pentacles. It's inspiring. Maybe inspiration comes in. Getting outside and grounding is important too. So let's see what else we have. Ooh, okay. Yeah. We're suffering in silence because of all this conflict and defeat we're dealing with. And it's time to let that go. That's what's got us so serious. Why so serious? Well, there it is. However, again, this is all about taking your power back. Do you see how this is all kind of coming together and telling you, listen, you're strong enough to do this. With patience and planning and a light-hearted attitude, things start to move forward. You know, that wish comes true. Another 8. 8, 8, 8. Pay attention to that. Yeah, we got 8s here. Abundance, achievement, stay focused. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Let's get some love, because we got luck and love. Obstacles are being removed. Abundance is coming in with the 8s. Staying focused, not letting things distract you, you know, focusing on your achievements. Interesting. Let's get love for you, Taurus. Let's see what's going on. Another 8. Wow. All right. This regret, sorrow, whatever it is, you know, it's got you stuck. You need a different perspective. Again, another 8 is telling you to walk away from this. Suffering in silence, all of that. It's about speaking your truth with the Queen of Swords. Speak your truth. Stand your ground. Protect your energy from other people that pull your energy from you. And Knights, a Knight of Cups, bringing in an offer in love. Interesting. The 8s have it, folks. Yeah, Page of Pentacles. You can expect the apology you want to hear. For some of you, yes, that is definitely happening. Time apart, some distance will help bring clarity. Maybe that is what's got you a little stuck here. And you just have to understand that if you are apart right now, this is necessary. So roll with it. Use it. Put in the work. And fate, this is a destined partnership. So for a lot of you, things are kind of working out as they should. This is coming because those obstacles are out. Lucky in love. All right, let's get what's the vibe? What's the vibe? What's the vibe? New cards. Let's see what they add to this. Anything else for Taurus with these new cards? What's the vibe? New cards. Anything else? No, they said 2. Okay. Isolation, rejected, left alone, self-inflicted. Okay, I don't really know why that teddy bear is like that behind that shower curtain. I mean, what? Some of the symbolism in this new deck is just like, did you run out of ideas? You know? It looks like, yeah, that looks like me on a Sunday. All right. So again, the suffering in silence, walking away from that. Again, time apart. This could work for you in this advantage. And possibilities. Follow your dreams. Make up your mind. Believe in yourself this week. Interesting. All right. Let's get some closing messages from another new deck, Cosmic Energy Oracle cards. I really like these. I'm still a little on the fence about the What's the Vibe cards. All right, there we are. Courage. For this week, Taurus, courage lies within you. You have the power to overcome anything. Obstacles are being removed. Power, the possibilities, the abundance coming in, the luck and love, because this rejection is actually divine protection. So open up to the possibilities and stay focused this week. Taurus, that's going to do it for you. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Go ahead and comment, I have the courage to move forward. Yeah. Watch the freaking weekend, midweek. That gives you the vibe for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And check out the solstice meditation I did. Just posted it this weekend. Very good. Do that. It'll calibrate your energy. It's only 13 minutes long. If you can't spare 13 minutes, you're fucking up. You know what I mean? Try it. You'll like it, okay? Let me know how you like it. And if you would like a personal tarot or astrology reading in person or online, just go ahead and click the link in the description and it'll bring you to my booking page. Taurus, I love you all. Have a great week. Stay focused. Lucky in love. 1212-888, baby. And I will see you on the weekend. Gemini, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your weekly tarot reading. This tarot reading is going to be for June 23rd all the way to June 29th, so welcome, Gemini. Happy first week of summer. We finally made it. Yeah, fucking who. All right. Now, if you're new to the channel, hey, I'm an astrologer and a psychic and tarot reader and mother of dragons and first of his name and all of that stuff. Titles. Ugh. But I like to do a tarot spread for the week and get the vibe. I like to use a lot of different cards. There's a main theme that seems to weave its way through our readings. If you're new to the channel, you'll notice that. And welcome. And I like to kind of give the astrological weather forecast because it kind of is in the background, you know? You're planning your activities. Say like the tarot is your activities for the week. Okay? The vibe, the flow. And the astrological events that happen on a weekly basis, sometimes we get a break from them, but usually that's kind of like the weather outside around you. You know? Maybe it's going to be a little cloudy, maybe a little stormy, you know, energy shifting, maybe a season shifting from one and the other. You see what I'm saying? So it gives that nice layered effect, and it all coincides together. So what I like to do before we begin is get an oracle card, and I changed it up a little bit. We're using the Sword of Light Oracle. This is the Archangel Michael set. I love this. But I changed it up a bit. We're going to get angel numbers too. I made that deck a couple weeks ago, and, you know, I got inspired to do it. Make angel number cards. Why didn't I think of that before? Of course I will. All right, let's do it. So I'm incorporating those into the readings too. So, Gemini, welcome. Let's get the vibe, the message. Ooh, what was that? The message for the week, and that is change is coming. Number 7. I am here to guide you through this exciting transformation, Gemini. This is a time of joyous opportunities. Wow. Okay. Now, change is coming, definitely, because on June 25th, we have a new moon in Cancer, and that is happening in your second house of self-worth, money, finances. You could be looking for a job and getting one, okay? You could be, I said second house, and I'm looking up number 2 in the book. Jesus. But change is coming, and this new moon provides that opportunity for it in your second house. And this is, feeling good. Not only that, but opening up to change and really embracing it. So this is what the card says. It is a source of unending curiosity to us in the angelic realm that so many humans are unhappy in their current life situation while simultaneously being terrified of change. That's true. Change is terrifying. Your guardian angels and Archangel Michael have to prod and push and nudge you to get you to give up even the things that you desperately do not want in order to allow for happier things to come in. This is sometimes the underlying purpose of a situation that progressively gets more and more unpleasant for you. The universe needs to make you so uncomfortable that you'll finally take those steps toward joy. There was a lot of yesterday's readings for everybody at the shop was like that. They were resisting change and refusing to let go of what they needed to change, which was weird. Here's the truth, though. Change is coming. It just is. You can fight it and make the process challenging, or you can embrace it. You can live in fear of it, or you can have faith that the divine loves every little thing about you and only wants you to be happy, because that is also the truth. Your guardian angels love you, and Source is just crazy about you. Around you is a rainbow of opportunities to grow and find happiness. Archangel Michael is here to help. He won't let you fall. It's going to be great. So he says, let's do this. Fucking awesome. That's awesome. Now, let's get the angel numbers for the week. You might be seeing these this week. Clarification of the message, of course. So let's get Gemini's angel numbers for the week. And it is, it's 333. Growth, creativity, divine support. Change is coming. So you might as well embrace it. Let's put them right in the camera angle right there. Boom. There we go. Growth, creativity, and divine support this week. Change is coming. So again, that adds to growth. Changing it up with creativity. Maybe you got to come up with creative solutions. And you're being divinely supported, which means that you're going to be inspired to do certain things and move certain places, Wow, look at that. Wow. Oop. We don't do reversals in these readings. I do use reversals in my personal readings, but not on the online readings, just because it's a different style, and I was prompted to do this style. So I listened to my intuition. All right, so Gemini, look, here we go. This is fucking incredible. But, and there's always a but. The Hangman. Change is coming. Your perspective is, no, it's not. And if change is coming, I don't want to change it. I'm afraid of it. I'm terrified of it. That needs to change. The Page of Swords is number 1, bringing in a message for you if you're waiting for one. But this is a new idea, a new way of handling this. It's getting out of this stuck perspective. That's all it is. You're just looking at your glass empty when the universe is trying to hand you a full one. You know what I'm saying? It's all in perspective. What you're supposed to do this week and embrace is the sun. So get out there, ground, shine as brightly as the sun. Even though change is scary, it's growth. See, this is what everything is doing right now on our planet. Well, yeah, on our planet, of course, but especially where we live in our hemisphere. It's summertime, and everything's just blooming and growing. And that's what you need to do. Ace of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune says, it's time. See, there's that cup. And filling that cup. because you're filling from an empty cup, which gives you that sour perspective, which doesn't allow the manifestations to come in because you need to vibe up to those, raise your vibration in order to get what you want. And the universe is saying it's time with the Wheel of Fortune. Ace of Cups is new love also. So for some of you Geminis, bada bing, bada boom. So let's get some oracles. Interesting. This is really good reading. Yeah, Chariot. Another 7. Triumph. That's all you need to do is focus on success. Look at the Hangman is out again. Pay attention, folks. 2 + 1 is 3. That's where the growth happens, where you change your perspective. Fulfillment of wishes. Yeah, 9 of Cups. Things are coming to fruition for you. Just open up to it. You see what they're telling you here? Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Let's look at love. We got that Ace of Cups. What do we have for Gemini for love? What's going on here? It looks great. Maybe meeting somebody. If you're single, getting out of that perspective. Maybe you need to realize that. You know, I've backed myself in this corner of, oh, I don't need anybody. And, well, now I do. Now I would like somebody. Queen of Swords cuts all cords. Speaks her truth. It's not a he or a she thing. It's an energy. It's a nurturing energy. You need to nurture your thoughts instead of let them block you from things. An offer comes in. I think you're ready. I think you're ready to, I think you'll take that offer, actually. And 4 of Wands is beautiful energy here. This is a union coming together. This is marriage, maybe. It's time. Maybe some of you are leveling up that way and maybe feeling like, oh, if it's not broke, don't fix it kind of thing, you know? Like, why should we get married or something like that? So there's something like that going on here. But it's good energy. It's change. The Wands indicate change. Let's get some messages of love for you. So this is a great reading. Someone's offering you a cup and you take it. And that's awesome. Let's get some messages of love. Okay. Unavailable. This person is unavailable to give you all you deserve. So maybe that's the change that you refuse to see. Maybe there's, you know, that's the perspective of, I can change this person. I can make them, you know, what I want them to be. No, that's not it. You deserve better. You know, go slow. For some of you, take time to get to know each other. Again, I always say relationships and love are a dance that we've forgotten the steps to. We just get right to the ending. You know, we hook up and then, meh. Leap of faith. It's safe to make the move you're considering. Just open up to it. It's time. The universe has got your back with divine support here. Okay? Now, let's get, what's the vibe? Let's see what else adds to this relationship stuff. These are new cards that I'm using. Trying them out. We'll see. Trapped. Stuck. No options. Unforgiveness. Yes, this is, where is she? Is she in a dryer? I don't. Is she stuck in a washer or a dryer? Is that a porthole? What is that? I don't understand. Some of the symbolism in these cards are really messed up. I've already seen spelling errors too, which really rub my rhubarb the wrong way. All right, stuck, no options, and unforgiveness. Yes, unavailable. The 2 hangmen here is definitely showing a stuck mentality, and it's time for change. So stop resisting it. Time. Delay, procrastination, too busy. So I think this is you racing against, some of you are racing against time. Some of you are just procrastinating, and there is some delays. That's okay. You got to get your energy right and go slow. See what I'm saying? See what's going on here? Daydreaming. Head in the clouds, delusion, hopes, and dreams. Now, you can daydream all you want about the relationship you want, but do you have your head in the clouds? Do you understand that this person's not available for you, so you should open up to something more readily available? Again, you have options when you feel there isn't any. The delusion is trying to think that you can change this when it's not actually changing. It's the person that's got to change. Okay? And hopes and dreams, yeah, you hold on to those. Have faith that they will come to you. Now, let's get a closing message for you, Gemini. Interesting. Yeah, I don't understand, because it looks like, and it's weird because her hands are outside of the thing that she's in. Is she stuck in a toilet? Is it a microwave? I just don't understand it. I don't know, you know. You order cards off Amazon and that's what you get. But let's discover the fucking weird stuff together, shall we? All right. Look at that. Inspiration. Inspiration is everywhere. Capture your ideas. So look at the light bulb symbolism here with the Page of Swords. Ideas coming in to catalyst that change. I love how these all go together. And strength. I love this card because I'm a Leo, and that's just beautiful. Focus. There you go. Your inner strength is boundless. Unleash it. That's what you do this week. Look at that. And you can't make this shit up. Last message. Embrace change. You can't make this shit up. Embrace change and welcome new possibilities. That's your message for this week, Gemini. I fucking love it. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget the freaking weekend is posted midweek to give you the vibe for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I got you covered there too. And the summer solstice meditation is up. Go ahead and check it out. It is a great way to calibrate your energy. 13 minutes. I'm sure you can give yourself 13 minutes of me time and me time. Because it's probably one of the best solstice meditations I've got on record. So do it. Okay, it's available. It's free. And you need it. It calibrates your chakras. It lets you let things go. It lets you take in the energy of this week. I mean, what more could you ask for? Because I'm here to help you guys to raise your vibration and to live your best life. And I'm your guide. Welcome. Okay, Gemini, you have an awesome fucking week. And just focus on your growth. And change will come when you open up to it. All right? I love you all, and I will see you on the weekend. Cancer, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your weekly tarot reading. This tarot reading is going to be for June 23rd all the way to June 29th. So welcome, Cancer. Hope you are enjoying your season. Happy birthday. That's right. It's your time. This is the best time of year. I have to agree with that. And the summer solstice was the 21st. Happy first week of summer. We made it. We did it, Cancer. We're here. Happy birthday. Got to keep saying that. Happy birthday to all you early Cancers, you know, beginning of the season. So happy birthday. We've got some interesting things going on in your sign. We've got a lot of energy shifting into your sign this month. And why not? But it's time to deal with our emotions. It's time to nurture ourselves. You look around at nature and it's a nurturer. It's nurturing everything. It's fostering growth. And that's what you should be allowing in your life right now too, is fostering some kind of growth. Growth of all kinds, actually. You deserve it. And it's time for you to actually embrace that. It's a time to really just take stock of where you're at right now. Go slow. Take it all in, Cancer. Enjoy the moment. This moment is the only moment that matters. Really think about that. And how your thinking is calibrated in time right now. Is it thinking about the past? Why? If you said yes, let's ask why. Why? You can't change it. You can't shoulda, woulda, coulda. It's over. It's done. It is what it is. So why reflect and look at it? Sure, learn some lessons, but don't ruminate about it. You move on. Are you the kind of Cancer that projects into the future? I'll be happy when. I'll be happy if. If I just had this. You're putting out expectations, which in turn lead to future disappointment. So you're asking Jeff, then what the fuck do I do? Well, I'll tell you. You focus on this moment. How are you feeling in this moment? There should be only one thing. Grateful, at peace, loved, safe, secure, thriving. You set that up for this moment now and this energy. Guess what your future is? More of what you are declaring right now. We have a new moon. Before I hit these cards, I was just about to jump the gun. We got some astrology going on. Some pretty important shit, Jeff. June 25th, we have a new moon, an excellent time for a new beginning for you, Cancer, and it is in your sign. So we have the sun in Cancer, the moon in Cancer. We have Gemini in Cancer. For now, Gemini is about to move into Leo on the 26th. So you can speak your passions with this new moon. But now we have Jupiter. Did I say Jupiter in Cancer? So wow. I mean, that's a lot of energy that we need to calibrate to. A lot of emotions coming to the surface. It's going to be hard to suppress them. Might as well do something about them. Okay? That's the new moon. Excellent opportunity to get a new 28.6 day cycle running up. And this is all about you. Taking off the mask you wear. Because it's not fooling anybody. You know what I mean? Reinventing yourself. This is a glow up for you. And because the moon rules your sign, this is an extra new moon. This is a time for you to get it right. To work on yourself, fill your cup. The first house is where this new moon is taking place for you, is opposite the 7th of relationships. How are you going to balance that? Do you give too much to others without giving to yourself? Are you so wrapped up in yourself that you couldn't even fathom a relationship? Have you isolated yourself? Or are you working on a partnership? Are you single? Are you ready to date? You know, this is a new opportunity for you of all kinds of relationships with yourself and others. Take it or leave it. Now, let's move on to the Sword of Light Oracle to get the message from Archangel Michael on what we need to focus on this week. Thank you, Cancer, for being here. Which one do I pick? No, they said neither of them. Oh, now they're screaming the one on the floor. Okay. And look at that. Your prayers are being answered, number 42. Your prayers are being received by the divine. Answers will come soon, although perhaps in forms you didn't expect. Now, let's read more on that, shall we? Let's get that card set up right here in view. I love that. Number 42. Let's read more about this, Cancer. Your prayers are being answered. In the forgetting of your oneness with Source that accompanies your earthly incarnation, Cancer, it can be easy to fall into the belief that your prayers are unheard or unanswered. This is simply not true. It is never true. Archangel Michael and all the other angels have deep compassion for you, laboring under this misconception. What may be true is that you are not getting the answer you expected, so you do not recognize it as an answered prayer. Interesting. A different path to joy, other than the one you envisioned, may be in progress for you. Or perhaps you are distracted by life in such a way that you don't even realize that you're being spoken to by heaven itself. In the human experience, the timing of an answered prayer can also be confusing. You are impatient and you want the answers to your prayers now. But sometimes waiting for the right moment to receive the answer is as part of the process as the answer itself. Oof, shit. So use this affirmation. Every single prayer is being answered in perfect timing. Ask your guardian angels and Archangel Michael to help amplify the answer to your prayers so that it is clearly heard. And we will happily do so. You can also ask for the patience necessary to keep your faith when the timing of the answer is challenging. So this is saying to hang on here, and that there is a definite, yes, your prayers are being answered, but you're not recognizing it because you're expecting it to come in one way. And you have to change that point of view and be open to receiving it in many different forms, some you didn't expect. So pay attention to that this week. Now, let's get your angel numbers for this week. Let's see, what do we got for Cancer for your angel numbers? There they are. Oh, the one on the bottom? Yes, okay. 10-10, success, completion, payoff. Prayers answered. Can't make that shit up. Let's put it in the view and then move on to the vibe. Let's do this, Cancer. Yes, thank you so much for being here. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, because we all's about to get the vibe for the week. Let's do it. What do we have for Cancer this week? What's the situation here? What's the story? Morning Glory. What's going on here? Cards want to reveal themselves, but in a non-traditional way, which is making it hard for the card reader. All right, what else do we have for Cancer? Okay. Well, that's a lot. Holy shit. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Okay, I see what's going on here. Wow, they don't even want me to use the oracles this round. They don't want oracles. Not the ones that I usually do after this. Wow, I've never had that happen. Never. Yeah. Right? Yes. Okay. Only because they want you to focus on this bar and this bar, like that. If you can see those. Well, I'm going to be showing them off, so we'll square up later. All right, so we have the Seven of Swords and the Eight of Swords here. Telling, very telling. And what this is saying, if I can grab these fucking cards, is deceptive thoughts are putting you in a state of stuck energy. Look at those crows. Just fucking with your head. It's time to get out of this stuck mentality. It's, this new moon is trying to shine light onto this. As weak as the light is. But is this self-deception? Is this somebody deceiving you? Only your intuition with the High Priestess can alleviate this uncertainty. There's a lot of stuck energy. When the Eight of Swords and the Hangman comes out, which is here, your perspective is flawed. You're not stuck. You need to make a decision, and you're kind of dragging your feet about it. What it could be, I don't know. But Eight of Cups is walking away from this. You're emotionally involved. I mean, we got two eights here. And what it's showing me is that you really need to go with your gut on whatever situation this is. But you really need to walk away from this stuck, fucked up perspective you're in. That's the only way I can describe it, because there's a lot of good that can come out of this. The Queen of Pentacles is an energy to nurture yourself, to ground yourself, to keep your feet firmly on the ground, Cancer, instead of emotionally doing a fucking tailspin. The Page of Cups is bringing you an offer here, something you didn't expect, something, when pigs fly, if I could focus. Focus. Can you focus, please? There it is. When pigs fly, an opportunity comes. Page of Cups bringing you an offer. Queen of Pentacles, knowing that you deserve it, to opening up to it, to nurture that part of yourself. Nine of Cups, opening up to abundance in the world, completing a cycle here. Maybe getting out of a lack mentality. Again, it's about getting unstuck. So, you need to do something about this. Now, no oracles. They didn't want me to use the Psychic Tarot or the Psychic Tarot for the heart. So, they want me to go right to love. So this has to be an emotional thing. I really don't... I mean, the Page of Cups is the only thing. The Nine of Cups, the Eight of Cups, you know? I don't know. I think self-deception has got you stuck. And maybe opportunity or lack thereof. I don't know. Something's there. Yeah, don't be foolish in relationships. You may have to take a risk. Again, something you've never done before. Yeah, look at that. The Tower. So things may have gone tits up and you're kind of blaming yourself or whatnot here. You know, again, the Fool is at the whole crux of this reading, which is don't be foolish. Don't let your thoughts deceive you. Don't be foolish to be stuck. Don't be foolish to not trust your intuition. Don't be foolish. You're not stuck. Don't be foolish. Walk away from this attitude. It's a way of thinking. I see that clearly. The Hermit, use your inner wisdom. Again, High Priestess to the Hermit is saying, use your inner voice. What's your inner voice telling you? I bet you $10. It's different from what your mind's telling you. We have the Ten of Wands, which is a payoff here. Payoff, completion, success, releasing your burdens. That's what you need to do. Six of Swords, moving. This is a transformation. This is actually moving. Some of you could be moving. Some of you could be making plans to move. But I think you're ready for whatever this is that you're so so negative about, I guess. I don't know. Only you would know. You know, it's a general reading. But there's a clear message here of opening up to something and you closing off to it. I don't know. Or you're closed off to it. I don't know. But hopefully the cards will tell because we got more on the way. So let's see what we can get to the bottom of. Cancer, for you for this week is decision. Yeah, it's time to decide about this relationship. You can't make this shit up. I think the answer's already here, but that's up to you. Your prayers are being answered, but not in the forms that you expect. You see what I'm saying? Unavailable. This person is unavailable to give you all you deserve. Well, then you move on. You know what I mean? That's basically it. But don't be stuck. Don't be foolish. Maybe, it could be, maybe that's what the deceptive thoughts are going on in your head, is that you feel that they're not when they actually are. I mean, again, it's trust your intuition. You already know the answer you seek. That's 3 times with 3 different decks. No wonder we didn't need the oracles. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's try some new oracles instead. What's the vibe? Let's see. What else adds to this? Whatever this is this week. Interesting. First card they want to show you is Lust. Ooh, that strawberry looks awfully... What? Greed, by any means necessary and inconsiderate. So... what's going on here? I mean, it just speaks for it. Is somebody lusting after you? Are you lusting somebody? What's going on here? Trapped, stuck, no options, unforgiveness. Well, you're trapped, definitely, in your own thoughts. Maybe somebody's lusting after you. You're being inconsiderate, though. Shattered, broken, nightmares, failures. Okay, see, now this is adding to this whole thing. The Tower, shattered. And glow up, new opportunities, new career, successful business. Don't be foolish. This is your glow up. New moon in Cancer. You can't make this shit up. But you be lusting or somebody's lusting after you. All right, let's get a closing message for this weird-ass reading. It's not really weird. It's just really odd that I don't have the backup of the... But they were very adamant about not using those cards. They just wanted this. What? Look at this. Wow. Prayer. Prayer is a dialogue with the universe. Express your wishes. Prayer. Your prayers are being answered. Payoff. Success. What the fuck? Cancer. Awareness. Maintain awareness. Present in every moment. You cannot make this shit up. That's what we started the reading off with. And transformation. Transformation is the soul's evolution. You are definitely going through a transformation. Are you allowing it or are you fighting it? Don't be foolish. Wow. All right, Cancer, that's going to do it for this week. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget, the freaking weekend is posted midweek to give you the vibe for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I got you covered there too. And check out the summer solstice meditation. It's great. 13 minutes. Devote your 13 minutes of your time to this reading. To this meditation. And it'll do you a world of good. Reset instantaneously. Okay. And if you would like a personal tarot or astrology reading with me in person or online, click the link in the description and it'll bring you to my booking page. Cancer, your prayers are being answered. Are you paying attention or are you being a bitch? Because that's what it comes down to. And just look at that strawberry. All covered in white chocolate, maybe? I don't know. That's kind of... Gotta wash my hands. All right, Cancer, I love you all. Have a great week, and I will see you on the weekend. Leo, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your weekly tarot reading. This tarot reading, fellow kings and queens, is happening for June 23rd to June 29th. So welcome, Leo. Summer. It's here, baby. That's right. It's our time. Not yet. It's coming. It's coming mid-July. And then it's our season. And look the fuck out. All right? So, let's talk about the astrology. If you're new to the channel, this is what we do. We incorporate my two tools in my toolbox, and that is astrology and tarot, to give you a pretty good understanding of what the vibe is for each week and the weekend. I also do the freaking weekend. You can see here, also posted on the channel, Raise Your Vibration TV. So welcome. So what we're going to do is start off with the astrology. So June 25th, this week, we are having a new moon in Cancer because it's Cancer season. Everything is Cancer season. This is a time to nurture. This is a time to get our emotions right. Again, it's all about calibrating. Too much water, Cancer is a water sign, can flood everything. You know what I mean? The great flood. And water, emotions are represented by water. So with this new moon, we get an excellent opportunity, a reset, a beginning, whatever you want to call it, to calibrate our emotional energy. And this is happening in our 12th house. I'm a fellow Leo. It's happening in our 12th house. And I look at the 12th house as our subconscious. What's going on deep inside our mind? And because this new moon is in Cancer and a water sign, that's emotions. What can I let go of old emotions that no longer serve me? The answer is absolutely yes. That's kind of like getting rid of the mental clutter. Okay? So the new moon is to actually place new thoughts about love, emotions, all of that. On the next day, the 26th, Mercury, the planet of communication, is moving into Leo. So there we are. So we're able to maybe express our emotions, something that maybe you've been holding back with this new moon. Who knows? You know? But it's also trimming the fat out of your routine, keeping the negative thoughts out of your mind, and just not letting your emotions get to you, and not be a slave to them, but to master them. That would be the opportunity for this new moon. All right? Inner motivation. Okay? Now, let's get a message from the Sword of Light Oracle. This is the Archangel Michael deck. Let's get a message for us Leos for this week. What's the guidance here? What do we need to know? And it's get your power back. Number 13. You have forgotten who you are. You are a child of the divine, so take back your power. Let's take back our power this week. That 12th house new moon could be planting that seed to be like, I've got to the only one that's going to save me is me. That could very well be. And that's the way you take your power back from the situation. Usually when we give our power away is because we're too emotionally invested in it. The wrong emotions are there, Let's read on it. Let's read about it, shall we? Number 13, getting your power back. Part of the process of incarnating into a human experience, Leo, is forgetting that you are a child of the divine. As you grow spiritually, you start to realize the truth of your being and your purpose. At this time, you may be deepening your understanding of this fact, or perhaps you are simply proceeding on faith that it is true. But that faith can be fragile when your human experience keeps showing you disempowering evidence that says otherwise. If you find yourself giving in to what other people want or continually doing for others rather than yourself, you can forget how magical you are. The angels who see you from an entirely different perspective know your true, powerful self. Your situation right now is such that you desperately need to take back your power. Whether your concern involves a relationship, a work situation, or even an issue with your physical health, the message is the same. The time has come for you to remember who you truly are. Start setting boundaries and claim what is best for you. Shit. Oh, there's more. Wait, there's more. If things are not too out of control, you can start this in small ways. If things are really difficult, then you may have to take charge of your own life in a dramatic stand immediately. Let Archangel Michael be of service. If you ask, he can help you feel courageous and strong. He can also help protect you. Remember who you are. Take your power back. Do it now. Wow. Very thorough message there about taking our power back. Something we need to do. And because this new moon is influencing our 12th house of our inner self, we may be taking our power back from our ego. Our ego steps in when we're insecure. You know what I mean? And we've probably just let the situation go. But not anymore. No more, Leo. It's time to take our power back. And I could see that. I could definitely see that happening in such a way, and taking our power back over the situation. Wow. Here's the angel numbers for the week. 000. It's a reset. New beginnings. Take a chance. So you may be seeing those numbers. You know what I mean? It's very rare that you would. Oh, you look at the clock and it's 000, But your angel numbers for this week are special because it means nothing but new beginnings for you. New moon, new beginnings. I'll be surprised if the Fool comes out here. And this is when you take your power back. You take your power back, you get your reset, you get your new beginnings. You need to take a chance. This is almost like the Fool card in astrology. It's the Alpha and the Omega. coming together to give you a reset and a new beginning. I like it. And taking your power back is an emotional thing you need to do. It's not really a physical thing you do. You know, oh, hey, you got my power. I'm taking it back. You know what I mean? It's an emotional one. You know, because sometimes we play victim or victor. It's time to claim victor. All right, Leo. Let's get the vibe for the week. I wouldn't be shocked if the fucking Fool card came out. I wouldn't be shocked at all, but who knows? All right, what else do we have for us Leos this week? Is that it? Yes. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow. All right, yeah. Movement. Definite movement, guys. Definite movement here. Definitely. And a payoff this week. But you need to set yourself free. The Judgment card is setting yourself free from your judgments, other people's judgments. Let it go. That is where you give up your power. I firmly believe that. The Queen of Swords speaks her truth, is ready for this reset. She claims it. I'm ready. Do it. Let's do it. Okay? Very important here. The High Priestess is this week, trust your intuition. Listen to your inner voice. The Knight of Wands is coming in. Got 2 knights, so there's action taking place here. Taking your passion back. Getting into the groove of summer and blooming and all of that instead of judgments. And see, that's where you lose your power. The Knight of Swords is taking action towards it, especially mentally. And the Ten of Pentacles is like payoff, you know, good times had by all. Could be a job coming your way. You just have to set yourself free from all this shit, you know, and move forward. First step, taking your power back. Second step, knowing that you have a new beginning and you need to take a chance. I like it. I really do. I like the Ten of Pentacles. That's money coming in. That's, you know, feeling secure. You're moving towards that instead of judgments. That's all I hear. All right, look at that. Opening up that crown chakra. It's very important. You see that? It's opening up. Letting the universe guide you. Ace of Cups, new love. Filling your cup first. And 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment. Damn. Okay. Setting yourself free from all this really opens up your energy this week. Again, new beginning, reset. Taking a chance. It's really saying you take a chance, it pays off. Okay? Wow. Let's look at love. Let's see what's going on for us Leos. I'd like to know. Really would like to know. What do we have here? So it's opening up, setting ourselves free. That's the big thing. Okay. All right. King of Swords, out with the Queen of Swords. Yeah, it's communication. Cutting yourself off that people that constantly judge you. You know what I'm saying? 2 of Wands is making plans. Maybe you're traveling, making some plans to go somewhere. He's holding the world in his hands. And we have the world here. So definitely could be dealing with a Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or Aquarius. But definitely some travel here. Maybe moving. 9 of Pentacles is acting as if, I deserve this. Again, another 9. I deserve this. I'm moving towards this. It's time. Interesting. All right, let's get messages of love. So moving into a much more stable attitude about love and not letting other people's judgments cloud what you feel intuitively. You know what I mean? You deserve this new beginning. Oh, excuse me. What was that? All right, retreat. Time alone or in nature will help you recharge. Absolutely. Go ahead and do that. Obsession. Someone in this connection is gripped by obsessive thoughts. You know, the way that the message says about taking your power back, I feel that that is also imperative. Okay. So remember that. And unavailable. This person is unavailable to give you all you deserve. I think that's what we're obsessing on. And the judgments, you know, is this person, you know what I mean? I think that's what's going on here. Some time alone will kind of help you recalibrate. Again, the message is trusting your intuition and taking your power back from the situation. All right. I got a new deck, another new deck. What's the vibe? It's brand new. I'm testing it out, you know. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. We got to give it a chance, though. We got to give it a shot. All right, let's get some more insight into what's going on here. How many are those? Do we have one more? I always like to do things in threes. Is that it? Oh, okay, we got 4. Nightlife, striptease, gamble, Vegas. Okay. Could be having some fun nightlife. Feminine energy, gentleness, nurturing, mothering. Okay, that new moon energy. Absolutely. Maybe nurturing some nightlife time. I don't know. Cutting ties, freedom, standing up, awaken. Yeah. That's taking your power back. The judgment, setting yourself free. Especially with the King and Queen of Swords out. That's definitely cutting ties here. You know, giving yourself the freedom to stand up, to take your power back. And vacay, get away, relax, have fun. All right, so there's a great opportunity here to travel, okay? Maybe this is the new beginning or taking the chance you need to take. Interesting. I like that. Okay, I like that. Could all use some vacay. All right, let's get a closing message from the Cosmic Oracles. Cosmic energy, and this is support. Seek support. You don't have to bear everything alone. Like that. So you've got your support. You can do this. But this is a huge message about taking your power back so the situations can work in your favor. All right? And a heavy, heavy influence on maybe traveling, making plans to go on a vacation this week, which really gets you excited. Again, new beginnings, guys. New moon, new beginnings. You can't make this shit up. You got your reset, Leo. Take it. You deserve it. All right. That's going to do it for this week. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. I have the summer solstice meditation posted. Go ahead and do that. It's like 13 minutes long. That's not too much time out of your day to go ahead and recalibrate your energy. So you need that right now. And it will help you set you free. Yes. And the freaking weekend is posted midweek. That gives you the vibe for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I got you covered there too. And Leo, if you would like a personal reading with me, tarot or astrology, in person or online, you can click the link in the description and it'll bring you to my booking page and I will hook you up, fellow Leos. All right. You have a great week. I love you all and I will see you on the weekend. Virgo, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your weekly tarot reading. This tarot reading is going to be for June 23rd all the way to June 29th. So welcome, Virgo. Hope you are doing well. Hope you are thriving in this beautiful first week of summer. That's right. Yes, it's summertime. God, if I've been waiting for this, you know? And here it is. It's great. I love it. And you should be just thriving and blooming and growing in this season. For the next 3 months, it's you to focus on your growth and to enjoy it along the way and not let it be a strain or a hassle for you, Virgo. Okay? So let's talk about the astrology. If you're new to the channel, I am a tarot reader, psychic, and also an astrologer. I've been doing this since my early 20s. And it's 30-some years. So yeah, you do the math. But it's your advantage because here you are getting a good, excellent tarot reading weaved with astrology to give you the vibe for the week. So I like to do like a little astrology forecast I focus on planets changing signs, that's huge, and new and full moons and anything, retrogrades, stations, all of that. Those are big energy shifts. That's what we focus on, not every little aspect that everything makes. You know what I mean? Of course, they're nuanced, but this is more of a heavy hitting energy. And this week is no exception. On June 25th, we have a new moon. Excellent time to begin things, and it's happening in Cancer. The energy has shifted now to this point in Cancer. So this is a good time to nurture yourself, nurture others. This is how the blooms get bigger and bigger and everything, grows. The sunflowers grow to 7 feet tall, That's what I'm growing this year, sunflowers everywhere. I love it. And this is actually happening in your 11th house of hopes, dreams, and wishes. This is also making things a reality. It also has to do with your friend group. So you might be having a new opportunity to go ahead and express yourself in a friend group. You might be meeting your vibe tribe. But on the under layer of it is receiving love. How do you feel about receiving love? Are you receiving the love that you wish, that you desire? Questions need to be answered, but it's emotional. Okay, so Virgo, this can kind of rattle the cage a little bit for you, but it brings things to the surface. We've got Jupiter in Cancer, and that's, just adding, that's the pressure cooker. The next day, the 26th, Mercury, the planet of communication, moves into Leo. That's the fire right there. So now we're adding fire to the pressure cooker. So, this is an opportunity, not so much of a full moon, but when the moon is in Cancer, it's in its home. So it's extra. So this could kind of almost feel like a full moon. So we might, we want to stay clear of drama, and we don't want to create it this week either. Okay. So let's get a message to start the reading from the Sword of Light Oracle deck. This is the Archangel Michael Oracle. I love it. And boom, that is that. There we go. Virgo, don't settle for less. You're a child of the divine, and you deserve to have your dreams come true. Don't give up. Interesting. Again, we might be too emotionally attached to the outcome, Virgo. So let's look it up. Number 10, payoff. Okay, opportunities beyond your wildest dreams await you, but only if you allow them to manifest. Absolutely. The first step in doing so is believing that they are possible. What the divine has in store for you is pure joy expressed through the evolution of your soul. It is the embodiment of dreams come true, dreams that don't even know you have. It's important now to get clarity on what you really want. What do you truly desire when you set aside familial pressures, cultural expectations, and anything else influencing you that think you should want? Pay attention to this, Virgo. You may benefit from advice from others, but don't let anyone else dictate your choices. Word, man, there is spitting fire truth today. I'm telling you. Where Archangel Michael is, time has no meaning. So you can see the past, the present, and the future. You have dreams for yourself, and they may seem big, but in comparison with the scope of what you can and will accomplish, they're actually rather small. Archangel Michael, wish he could show you the details for your future. Because if you could see that, then for the rest of your life, you'd never settle for less and the loftiest goals. Don't worry. Like a butterfly, you will realize your full potential. You will transform, and there's a life full of magical experiences awaiting for you. Damn. What a great message. So don't settle for less. And when you say, no, you know what, I'm not settling, well, holy shit, the game changes for you, So, good message. Sink it in. Go back and listen to it a couple times, if I read too fast. And let's get an angel number for you. I made these cards last week, and, they're part of the team now. Okay, 321. On the right path, have faith. Excellent. All right, let's begin. Pay attention to 321. You see that? That shows you're on the right path. You have faith. So this week, not settling for less, you're on the right path. Having faith, because you know it's coming to you? Absolutely. See how those team up together? Now, let's get the vibe for you, Virgo. Thank you so much for being here. Look at that. Wow. Yep. All right. You're definitely going through a transformation, especially when it comes to your thinking. It's just a slow and steady race. All these nights. Look at all these nights. This is action, baby. This is taking action. You're on the right path by taking all the action. 3 nights. Wow. Virgo. What you doing? I gotta ask. Is that why you're kind of anxious? Is because you don't know which night to choose because you have 3 suitors? I think the anxiety of not knowing what the future brings is making you like this, and you should turn it into excitement instead. That's the ground rules here. Anytime you start to feel anxious, start to feel excited. I don't know what the future holds, but I'm not going to let that worry me. I know that I am not settling for less. So whatever's coming my way is better than I've allowed myself in the past. I'm excited. So let's go, universe. Show me how good it can get. That kind of attitude shows your transformation here, because some of your thoughts can no longer serve you on this journey. So it's time to get rid of those, especially emotions. But this is mainly your thinking. Now, let's start with night 1. Message coming in. An opportunity to take it slow. Slow down this week. And a Knight of Cups brings in an offer. So we've got plenty of offers coming in from 3 different types of energies. Wow. I like it. I like it. I like it, like it, like it. 3 nights, 3. 2 plus 1 is 3. Just making connections. All right. Let's get some oracles. All right, Virgo, let's see. Yeah. We need a new perspective. And you got to be truthful about it. The one it ain't working for you. Okay? So let go of the old way of looking at things and use your intuition absolutely this week. The truth will set you free. Let's look at love. Just going on down the line. Virgo's reading is not messing around, you know. All right, what do we got? Oh, wow. What do we have for love? Knight of Wands. Now we have all the knights out. Wow. Yeah, it's time to let this go. Sacrifice this. Being left out, lonely, fear of failure, basically. We got to let that good. We got to let that go. That's where we can't be. And you know it. With another 5. And this is the Hierophant. This is having faith. So we've got that message clarified here. But this is also a sacred union. Put in the work to move forward. You know, all these nights are showing action this week. So there's a lot of action. And especially in your relationships, having faith and making that change will really put some more perspective into the week for you. Really. It'll show you that you're on the right path because you're being truthful with yourself, you know? All right, let's get some messages of love. Healing. Old wounds and childhood issues need revisiting. Okay? Time alone or in nature will help you recharge. Again, taking action in all areas of your life. And longing. Someone is secretly yearning for you. Yes, there is somebody coming towards you. And that may be where you're kind of a little anxious. Like, does this person jive with me or not? But it's so obvious. It's so obvious. So move towards that. Just, again, you attract, you do not chase. Remember that, okay? Now, we got a couple new decks we're going to use to close out the reading. Number 1 is the What's the Vibe deck, okay? So let's see what else they add to this situation. With all these knights, ay caramba. All right, what's the vibe? Let's get it. Okay. You wanted to show this one first. Feminine energy, gentleness, nurturing, mothering. Yeah, that's that new moon in Cancer. That'll help with the healing, the retreat. You know what I'm saying? Like put in the work to actually release some of this. Okay? Nurture yourself and others. Smell the roses. Slow down. Take some you time. Get out in nature. Okay, that's the retreat. Time alone or in nature will help you recharge. And also the truth. Also the Knight of Pentacles. Man, that matches with a lot of cards here. And sipping. Rumors, gossip, nosy. Okay, now that is for some specific Virgos. Don't feel like you have to explain yourself to other people. They're being way too nosy, and you don't need to give them details. You're on the right path by keeping your cards close to your chest. That's for some of you Virgos out there. Let me know in the comments if that hits, because, man, that came at me like a whirlwind. All right, let's get a closing message for you, Virgo. There it is. Boom. Joy. Abso-fucking-lutely. This is what you focus on this week. Joy is the dance of the soul. Enjoy every moment. Man, I love this deck. That is a great card. That's what you focus on this week. And that does it. Wow, you're on the right path. Have faith. Huge message here for you. And don't give in to any gossip. Nurture this relationship and yourself. There's a lot of offers coming in, a lot of action this week. Attract it. You can handle it. You manifested this, so make it work. All right, Virgo, that is going to do it for this week. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to watch the freaking weekend. That's posted midweek to give you the vibe for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I got you covered there too. You know, I got you, baby. And check out the summer solstice meditation I did. It's 13 minutes long. It's beautiful. It calibrates your energy, lets let go of things, and really harnesses the energy of this time of year. I think this is like my best solstice meditation I've done. I'm in love with it. So try it out. You'll love it. Okay. And if you would like a personal tarot or astrology reading with me in person or online, just go ahead and click the link in the description and it will bring you to my booking page, and I will take care of the rest. I got you covered. I got you, Virgo. You have a great week. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the weekend. Libra, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your weekly tarot reading. This tarot reading is going to be for June 23rd all the way to June 29th. So welcome, Libra. Just did Geminis. Still in Gemini mode. Okay. Libra, how you doing? First week of summer, baby. Are you jiving and thriving? It's finally here. Enjoy it. Remember, I've been saying for a long time now, this summer is to really sit back and take things in, to nurture yourself and people around you, the people that mean the most to you. And for the next 3 months, really take this in, because it doesn't last, and you have an opportunity to grow and to bloom. Okay? Now, if you're new to the channel, welcome. I'd give the tarot reading for the week, the energy, the vibe, if you will. And I like to use a lot of different cards and decks and all of that. I've got new decks. I've got a new little system I'm doing, so I'm excited about it. But what I also do is incorporate astrology into it too. I'm an astrologer. I've been doing this since my early 20s. It's my calling. It's my love language. Cooking is actually my love language. But yeah, so I give the astrological forecast along with the tarot reading. So we do the astrology first. So let's get to it. June 25th, we have a new moon happening in Cancer. And this is a great opportunity to really calibrate your emotions. We have everything moving into Cancer. So it's a nurturing energy. Water is nurturing. It's emotional. And the moon rules Cancer. So this is an extra new moon. It's kind of got a big boost to it. So this is happening in your 10th house. So we could be having a lot of things starting as far as career and work, and really trying to find that balance between work and home. So that's going to be the focus for the rest of the month until the full moon in July. So maybe a new job, new opportunity, that's something that makes you feel more like you're contributing to the world, okay? Could be opening up to that. Now, on the next day, the 26th, Mercury, the planet of communication, is moving into Leo. So again, there's a passion. You know, Leo is very passionate, can be very bombastic at times too. What? But really, I don't think so. But yes, we can. So there, you know, might be a little drama going on because this moon is a little extra, but it kind of feels like a full moon, but it's not. This is just setting the stage up to nurture something in your life, and it usually has to do with your career and where you're going next. So that's all we got for the astrology, but now we're going to switch to the tarot, and this is the Archangel Michael deck, the Sword of Light Oracle. Love this. And let's get your message from Archangel Michael for this week. I like that. Recognize the signs from above. Angels are sending you messages now, but you're too distracted to notice. Stay alert and open up to divine guidance. See that 444 there? Pay attention to that. Okay? You might be getting some signs from the universe that you're on the right path, or, you know, you're starting to see angel numbers. We're going to do angel numbers next. So let's read more on this. So keep your lookout for messages, Libra. All right, here is a curious thing that you souls do while having a human experience. You ask for signs from your guardian angels, from the divine, or from Archangel Michael, and then allow life to distract you from seeing them. It's kind of like being asleep at the wheel. It's very important to stay alert to all the messages from the universe you receive, especially if you are asking for guidance. Place notes around your house, work, and vehicle that say, stay awake, to remind you to be in the moment every day. It is important for you. Remember, we were just talking about that at the beginning of this. Know that the more you pay attention to your life, watchful for signs or synchronicities, the more of them you will see. Absolutely. Some of the symbols most closely associated with the angelic realm are feathers of many colors, coins on the ground, white butterflies or moths. I saw one of those at Lilydale yesterday. We were watching a message service with the practicing mediums, and this white moth just comes out of nowhere and just flies right over us. It was beautiful. The number 4, or 444. Rainbows, doves, or images of angels. Train your eye to watch for these in your life. Set the intention that if you see any of these signs or experience something exciting out of the blue, you will come out of the trance of daily life. Wake up and then process what you were thinking about when you were snapped out of your thoughts. Your surroundings will contain valuable angelic clues about what you should put your focus on. As you become more and more aware of all the messages you are continually being sent, you will find that they will help you in all the aspects of your daily life on Earth. Really interesting. Pay attention to the signs this week. Okay, now let's get your angel numbers. All right. I want you to pay attention to 444, but I also want you to pay attention to 555. This is change. This is transformation, and you're at a halfway point. 5 plus 5 is 10. This new moon is happening in your 10th house. You can't make that shit up. So we've got change. We're transforming. And it could be in the outer world realm for you. It could be seeking a different career, or changing. Or maybe your job is changing. Maybe it's transforming into a different like job title or something. And the universe is trying to tell you it's time for a change. I'm trying to tell you that basically the hard part's over with. Now it's time to like open up to receiving it. Wow. Wow. I didn't know how many cards were there. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely centered on career with all these pentacles here. Absolutely. So this is what we got. We've got the 8 of Swords, which is our thoughts have got us all twisted. We're really beating ourselves up for something, you know what I mean? Feeling trapped, not knowing what to do. The Queen of Swords is the solution, and that's to cut all cords. Speak your truth, actually. Speak it to the universe, or speak it to the person you need to, or to your boss. But this is the Ten of Swords is also getting away from negativity. It's a payoff. Tens are payoffs. And the Ten of Swords is actually moving, having your thoughts work for you. You see how, they got you all fucking wrapped up here. And then with the Ten of Swords, they're actually moving with you to wherever you're going. Because the Queen of Swords says, that's enough. You know what I mean? That's it. I'm not letting this energy affect me anymore. The King of Pentacles is showing a more mature, stable energy once you do this, and things start to balance out. Your power comes back. You're nurturing that part of yourself, that stability, and you're creating something here. So you could be manifesting a job. Seven of Pentacles to the Three of Pentacles is showing you putting your time and energy into something that is eventually going to pay off with a group of people here. So you're nurturing that part of yourself that later on is going to pay off. You see how both of these people in the cards are kind of like, you see how they're adding to what they're creating simply by nurturing and allowing that transformation to come through. Something is about to pop here for you, Libra. It just could be just stability in everything in your life, getting out of chaos and transforming that into something that is better for you. But I really see it's really mainly about your job and career for some of you. But, it's a general reading. So if you want a personal one, baby, I'm your guy. All right, disruption. Yeah, we're too busy focused on disruption. This is what has caused this mental anxiety. And it's involved by taking your authority back. You are the rhythm of this record. And you see the pillars in the background. This is very important for the next symbolism, is patience and planning. Those are the two pillars of success. Being patient and diligent planning, which brings in balance. That's all about you. Right on. I like that. Patience. Balance. Things will work out in your favor because you're at the halfway point here. That's when the scales start to even out. Okay? Interesting. Let's look at love. We don't have really much indication of love. We do have the Magician here. We do have 555, which is a transition, a change, But you've been in a negative attitude towards love, maybe, for some of you, and it's not working in your favor, dear. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but... Okay, am I taking those cards? Yes, jeez. Got a little aggravated with myself. All right, a 5 here. 5 of Swords. Win or lose, that's what you got to choose, especially when it comes to love and relationships. What's it gonna be, baby? What's it gonna be? What is it gonna be? Trust your intuition. Oh, trust your intuition. No uncertainty. Let the clouds lift. There's a message here of you deserve reciprocating energy. So some of you, again, the scales, the balance there, maybe that's what's missing. But Queen of Wands makes the change. Nurture that change. Nurture that transformation. Allow it to come into your life, especially when it comes to relationships. And then we have this interesting tidbit here. We have an Ace of Swords, and we have the Page of Swords. So there's messages coming in, especially about a relationship, new way of looking at things. Again, you're changing your thoughts here about love. And then Page of Cups offers something here. The World could be finally completing a cycle here, closing out a bad, belief system. Could be dealing with a Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or Aquarius. And, of course, they're letting you know it's success, especially for the two of you. That Chariot isn't drawn by one of these griffins. It's both of them, okay? I think travel plans, making traveling plans, maybe traveling for work, maybe meeting somebody while you're traveling. Again, it's all in the interpretation. Okay, let's get some messages of love for you. Boom. Look at that patience. Everything will unfold in divine timing. So that's a huge message for you, is be patient with this process. Transformation takes time. It's not instantaneous. Denial. Detach with love to clearly see the truth. A lot of you could be in denial. That blindfold here, definitely. And support. Lean on your inner circle during this time. You have a lot of support with you. Angelic and people of Earth. People of Earth. What's the vibe? New deck. New deck. Let's see. What do we got to add to this for Libra? Wow. Look at that. Harmony, balance, peace, happiness. That's all you need to experience in your life. Huge thing about balance. Love that for you. Love that card. Blocked. Move on. Nothing to stay. Stop calling. Okay. Well, that's probably why. That's the sign. Okay, I'm moving on. Change. Transformation. Narcissist. Egotistical, opportunist, and fragile. Well, look at that golden egg walking on everybody else. How dare they? You could be dealing with that. It's time to move on. You don't need that kind of shit. Maybe you're in denial about that, but be patient. You can get out of this. They're not changing, so it's time to fucking move on. Ten of Swords is definitely moving on. And family, blood ties, inner circle. Yep. So your family is an important part of this week. And if you haven't seen members of your family in a long time, you probably should make time for them. If you know, you know. So, yeah, lean on your inner circle and your family this time. That'll bring balance and peace and harmony. You need that, you know, the 10th house, 4th house struggle there, okay? Make time for your family members. I like those cards, okay? And then we're going to close it off with this new deck, the Cosmic Energy Oracle cards. I love this deck. I really resonate with this deck, and I hope you do too. So, Libra, let's get some closing messages for you. Is that it? Just the one? Nope. Okay, they want this one that's face down last. Okay. Self-love. Self-love is the foundation of all love. Okay. Nurture yourself as well as others so you can cleanse. I like that. Cleansing. Cleanse your mind and spirit. Remove negative energy. Yes. The 8 of Swords is showing that you have some negative energy. The Queen of Swords is you doing something about it. And the 10 of Swords is the payoff. Okay? Collaboration. Collaboration achieves greater goals. So again, this is working towards with other people with the 3 of Pentacles here. So there's something about collaborating with other people. Family, maybe your inner circle. All right, and closing message is this. Look at that. Peace. Find inner peace in moments of stillness. Wow. Excellent message to close off this week. I fucking love it for you, Libra. That's going to do it for this week. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget the freaking weekend is posted midweek to give you the vibe for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I got you covered there too. And the summer solstice meditation is posted. It is free. It is 13 minutes of high vibing summer solstice magic. Calibrate your energy, release what no longer serves you, open up to the light of the sun, and balance all your chakras all in 13 minutes. It's fantastic. And if you would like a tarot or a personal tarot or astrology reading with me, in person or online, you can just click the link in the description and it'll bring you to my booking page. So, Libra, this is great energy for this week. It's all about change and transformation for you. Pay attention to the signs and move on. And if you've neglected family members, you should probably do something with them because they probably really miss you. All right, Libra, have a great week. I love you all, and I will see you on the weekend. Maybe, maybe not. Scorpio, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your weekly tarot reading. Hi, it's Jeff. This weekly tarot reading is going to be for June 23rd all the way to June 29th. So, welcome, Scorpio, to your first week of summer. I hope you are enjoying it. I'm sweating, but I love it because sweating equals detoxing. Just make sure you got your salt in your water. Now, let's talk about the astrology this week, all right? We have a new moon on the 25th in the sign of Cancer. Fellow water sign, may be a little harmonious for us. The moon rules Cancer, so this is going to be an extra new moon. Excellent time to start things. And for you, Scorpio, this is happening in your 9th house. So you could be planning to go back to school, getting that paperwork all set. Maybe you're already taking some summer classes, something like that. New education. It's changing new beliefs. It's opening up to transformation in your mind and being very philosophical. And because all this energy is in water, because this is about the time that everything is in the sign of Cancer, it's very emotional. So let's get our emotions right. Let's let go of emotional beliefs that no longer serve you, okay? It could also be planning trips. Maybe you're going on a trip. Maybe you're getting ready to, okay? Opportunities abound for this month for you, all right? Now, the 26th, Mercury, the planet of communication, moves into Leo. So, speaking your passions with that emotional edge, either good or bad, all depends on how you look at it and how you project it out into the ether, all right? So that's about it for the astrology. Now, let's get a message from Archangel Michael from the Sword of Light Oracle. Love that. I'm so glad you're here. Let's do this, Scorpio. Let's see how the first week of summer is faring for you. Where'd that card go? Sneaky little devil. Oh. All right, Archangel Michael is with you now. That's the message for this week for you. It's the number 3. Even though you can't see it, Archangel Michael is working on this situation. He's here and he's helping you. Now let's get some more on this, shall we? Okay, let's read up. Number 3, growth. That's what that's about. Look at that. Turn right to it. In this moment, Archangel Michael is actively helping you to accomplish what you asked about. He's in communication with your guardian angels and his archangel brothers and sisters and with Source. They're coordinating their efforts on your behalf. Take a deep breath and try to let your worries on this topic fade away. There's no need for you to pause your plans. You can continue to move forward with confidence and in peace. If you do feel a need to take a break or rest, however, this is a perfect time to do so. Your guardian angel team and Archangel Michael will make sure that things are energetically continue to move in the right direction for you. Remember, his sword of light is always available to you to remove any blocks on your path. Know in your heart that all is going to be okay. As always, you can ask for his assistance at any time. And if you need a sign that he's with you, you can ask for that too. Wow. Okay. Great message. So you're being protected and guided, just as you should. Now, let's get your angel numbers. I made these cards a couple weeks ago, and they're a permanent staple of the tarot readings now, because that's what Source wanted me to do. What do you call it? I call it the universe. I call it Source. I call it the big hum sometimes. Look at that, 333. Growth, creativity, and divine support. You cannot make this shit up. You can't. Wow. This is all you should really be focused on at this time of year, too, is growth. Letting your creativity guide you. Knowing that you are divinely supported. Finding joy in all that you do. Excellent, man. It's beautiful energy. It really is. All right. Let's get the vibe for you, Scorpio. Thank you so much for being here. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. And let's do this. Let's get the vibe. There it is. Oh, wow. Ace is high. Yeah. Look at that. Look at that. Excellent. This is fucking great. All right, Scorpio. Nice and sweet. 7 of Swords to the 6 of Swords. We're getting rid of this deceptive thoughts. We're being strategic, actually, and going for a transformation here. We're moving forward. Yes, this is growth. But some of these thoughts can no longer serve you, especially the ones that are self-deprecating. You know what I mean? That tear you down. The Seven of Pentacles is what you need to do this week, and this is nurture and foster your dreams, plant the seeds of your desires. A new moon is an excellent time to do this. And only put your time and energy into things that pay off. The universe is basically like, here's the seed, plant it. Here is your cup, fill it. You may have a job opportunity coming. You may have a new love coming in your life. Again, those are the things that you desire most. But your negative thoughts stopped you from doing that. And the Seven of Pentacles really indicates the 333 numbers here with growth. Wow. It's the perfect time for that. July seems very good for you. All right, let's get some oracles. In Cancer's reading, Source said don't use oracles in their reading. They had so many cards that they really needed to see those cards only. I never had that happen before. That was weird. I was waiting for it to say it to you, but they didn't. They said, no, it's cool. All right. Yeah, you got to be truthful with yourself and set yourself free. The truth always sets yourself free, especially when it comes to deceptive thoughts, especially with other people also. And right now, this says the waiting game, but I'm going to say we don't wait. What we're doing is that we're nurturing at this time, okay? We're finding that balance and positive movement forward. July, it launches, and August, it takes off with the Eight of Wands here. Messages could be coming in for you, too. Messages about a job. You're fostering this. This is beautiful energy. Now, let's get love. We got the Ace of Cups here. The waiting game. That's basically the Two of Wands saying you're ready. And Eight of Wands. No, that's not the Eight of Wands. I mean the Two of Wands. Yeah, I thought blue was two. Yeah, blues are wands. So that's the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is putting in the work, which brings positive movement forward. Okay, all right. Now, I was wondering why that message was kind of like, meh. Jeffy. All right, Four of Cups. Yep, okay. Got to be truthful with yourself there. You might be turning your back on an opportunity. I say, don't be foolish. Keep yes. Yeah, because this energy, the Five of Cups, so relationships haven't been for you, but you have to understand that these three cups, this person's perception believes that all his cups are empty, these deceptive thoughts. But there's two behind you and one right here also. So those three cups aren't lost. They're actually behind you. Turn around. Win or lose. Walk away from shit that no longer serves you. Walk away from this energy, this shoulda, woulda, coulda bullshit. And Four of Cups. See, look, you're still fixated on those three cups and not looking at the opportunity available to you here. You see the symbolism? Do not turn your back on an opportunity. In fact, 3, Empress. It's all about nurture and growth. Take your power back. This is that time of year. Feet on the ground approach. Master stability and knowing that you deserve it. Stand your ground. I got a feeling you got some negative people in your life you really need to deal with. Pay attention to 777, 777. Let's grab those in the deck and put those out here for you so you can remember those as well. 2 angel numbers for you. Spiritual lesson, luck, and enlightenment. Yeah, and that new moon is happening in your 9th house of enlightenment. I love it. More confirmation. And Page of Wands. You're taking relationships way too serious, and you're turning your back on an opportunity for some growth here. And you're turning your back on all these aces available to you, these new beginnings. Maybe because you're fixed in the outcome. How's that working for you? Okay. Let's get some messages of love. What do we have for Scorpio this week? Oof. Wow. This I don't know if you saw the way this card kind of bounced in, bounced out. It's weird. So I know what I'm supposed to say with this. Friendship. This friendship is leading to more. This happened before. Okay? I think maybe you guys jumped in and then you jumped out. Unplug. Working less will help strengthen your relationship. Be truthful with yourself. Are you turning your back on an opportunity here to kind of take some time off? The ninth house is about vacation also. Patience. Everything will unfold in divine timing. Truth with the balance, and the waiting game here with the Two of Wands. Be patient. Learn the spiritual lesson. Now, let's get a new deck. What's the vibe? And see what else they add to this week for you. Nope. Oh, you keep those over there. All right, okay. Come here. Legal. Wow. Truth. The justice card here. Lawyers, court, paperwork. Maybe that's what's going on here. Is you need to settle that. That too will be settled. Exhausted, burnt out, burdened, and empty. Working less will help strengthen your relationships there. Distance, divorce, ghosted, or separation. That's probably what you're feeling. Again, everything in divine timing. Today, good vibes now and in the moment. Yes, we were talking about that, about staying in the moment. We've been talking a lot about that. And wishful thinking. Some of you are getting a second chance, maybe ruminating about the past, getting out of that. Wishful thinking. Might be lucky in love with this one, okay? Let's get a closing message from the Cosmic Energy deck. I love this deck. That's it? Yes. Hope. Hope is the light in the darkness. Never extinguish it. That's your message for this week. And the closing message is this: acceptance. Accept others and yourself. Welcome new opportunities. And that's what this is all about. Again, don't turn your back on opportunities here. There's a huge message about not turning your back on opportunities because you're exhausted and burned out and got way too much shit going on. You have to refocus your energy. That's a big message for you now, Scorpio. All right, that's going to do it for this week. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget the freaking weekend is posted midweek to give you the vibe for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I got you covered there too. And go listen and do the solstice meditation I posted. It's great. You're letting go of things. You're calibrating, gratitude session, breathing, and chakra balancing all in one. 13 minutes. You got that to spare, I'm sure. Do it for yourself, not for me. All right. And if you would like a personal tarot or astrology reading, in person or online, click the link in the description and it'll bring you to my booking page, Scorpio. So much growth, so much enlightenment is ready for you here. Don't turn your back on the opportunities that are available to you this week. Trust me, things are going to kick off in July. 777, baby. All right. I love you all, and I will see you on the weekend. Sagittarius, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your weekly tarot reading. And this tarot reading is going to be for June 23rd all the way to June 29th. So welcome, Sag. Hope you are doing well. Hope you are enjoying the summer. Yes, that's right. It is official. It has started, and here we are. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. I am a tarot reader and an astrologer. Have been since the ripe young age of 18. Yeah, and it's been a long, hard trip. That's for sure. Not really hard. It's been great, actually. Very grateful for it. Every little detour and roundabout and change in course has made life very vibrant for me and very happy and healthy. So yeah. So what I do here is do a thorough tarot reading with different decks, different oracles. And I also incorporate astrology into it. So I kind of give the astrology forecast at the beginning to kind of give you this cosmic vibe of what's going on, because we're not separate from anything that's happening around us. We're all connected to it. And I'm sure you can wrap your head around a concept like that, Sag, because you're all about that. Is thinking that higher mind, that spirituality that's a part of you, and that interconnectedness to all things. So this week, on the 25th, we have a new moon, an excellent time to start things, projects, people, places, whatever, new jobs, new ways of thinking. And this is happening in the sign of Cancer. Now, we're in full-blown Cancer season right now. We had the summer solstice a few days ago. Happy summer solstice. And this is all about the element of water. So this is an emotional new moon. Where does this land in your chart? It happens to land in your 8th house of healing. I like to say the 8th house is healing. The 8th house incorporates a lot. And over the years, I've really tried to pigeonhole what the 8th house is about. It's sex, it's death, it's taxes. What? Okay. It is about money, other people's money, debt, that kind of thing. There is a financial opportunity there to dial down some debt for you. But what does it do when you finally dial down your debt or you're able to pay off debt? There's a relief. There's a healing mechanism involved there. They also say the 8th house is, the house of occult and everything weird and woo. Well, it can be. I don't know. I just feel more comfortable over the years of doing astrology for other people is that this is really a house of healing. It's an opportunity to heal. So take it as you wish, but you get a new opportunity to release some emotional issues because this 8th house is opposite the 2nd. So it focuses on self-worth. So you could be dealing with some self-worth issues and opening up to feeling good about yourself because you fucking deserve it. All right. So let's get an opening message from, I'm going to put the number cards there, from the Sword of Light Oracle. It's the Archangel Michael deck. Really like using this. So let's get the message for you, Sag. Trust your angels. Absolutely. Let go of your expectations of how your dreams will come true. Trust that heaven has a perfect plan. Right. So part of getting what you want is releasing the expectation of it. That's usually because you're asking the questions, who, what, where, when, and how. And that's not your fucking job. Your job is just to put it out there and trust that you're worthy of it. You are worthy of it. And trust that it will come to you. So you are trying way too hard to dictate the process and the outcome of how your life unfolds, Sagittarius. Stop trying to micromanage everything and instead have faith that your angels have the situation under control. That's key for this week. Ask Archangel Michael, and he can use his sword of light to cut the cord of that buzzing of the ego of yours so that you can ease into a place of peaceful understanding that you are divinely loved and everything is going to be all right. Sag, you need to calm down. Archangel Michael assures you that they in heaven do know what your dreams are. And they also want you to be happy in all ways. The universe doesn't set you up to fail. If you look around at nature, you set up to bloom. You are set up to bloom. Everything that you need to thrive is already readily available to you in this life. Think about it. Okay? So trust your guardian angels, the other archangels, and let them bring you a joyful and perfect outcome, even if it's a little different from what you had envisioned. And that's the thing. It's okay. It's funny how I said, it's really funny how I said at the beginning of this, and I knew that this was going to tie into this reading somehow, is that I said, I'm very grateful for the different detours and everything that brought me on the path. I mean, you can't make this shit up, man. You can't. Wow. All right, let's get your numbers, your angel numbers for the week. Look at that. It's just screaming at you. 555. Change, transformation. You're at a halfway point here. So whatever it is that you're planning on manifesting is coming your way. You just got to change and transform the way that you look at the outcome this week. Damn. Wow. And that's why I do this. Because I'm a skeptic. I mean, nothing gets past my bullshit meter. You know what I mean? That fucker is calibrated on point. So if it passes my bullshit meter, and the only way it does is that if I research it and practice it in my life. And if it passes the test, I do it, AKA here, you know? Bottom of the deck, they want me to show you that, the Hermit. So go within this week if you need to. The answers are within. All right, let's get the vibe for this week, Sag. What do we have? Is that it? Yep. Okay. Oh, damn, Sag. Great reading. Great reading for this week. However, we've got some things to talk about. Let's talk about it, shall we? Five of Pentacles. Fear of failure. Oh, I don't know. Is what I want really going to come to me? I don't know. Too good to be true. Hangman is showing stuck mentality. All you need is to look at it from a different point of view. This is the whole thing, Sag, with your nature, is that you cannot keep one point of view for too long because things change. You change. So your thoughts have to change. You're stuck in fear. And the card here in the middle is the Nine of Wands. You're resilient, though. You're definitely resilient. You know this. But you've got to let down your defenses. Again, there's a huge thing about ego here. Trying to control everything. Control is a fucking illusion. And the more you think you got a tight grip on everything, the more it falls apart. It's like Princess Leia, you know, the more you tighten your grip, the more star systems will slip through your fingers. That's the same fucking thing that's happening here. The card strength is out. You're strong enough to do this. It's agonizing for you. I can feel it. This is also Leo energy. That fire, resilience, you know, let that burn and let that burn away all this doubt, fear, and worry, you know. And the Four of Wands and the Ten of Cups, I mean, that's harmony. That's great. That's celebrating at home. This is beautiful energy. Ten of Cups is the best card you can get in the fucking deck. What are you doing? You know? Stuck in a perspective. I got to keep my walls up. That's the only way. I'm not going to get hurt. No. It's time to transform that, you know? How does that work for you before? You miss out on so much when you hold back. Okay. Enough of me bitching. Let's get some oracles. Sometimes you just need a little cage rattling, you know what I mean? And reading is kind of like, get out of this. You know, the 5 is important here. Change and transformation. Let go of your fear of failure. And just everything works out for me. That's all you need to say. The universe has my back. I am safe. I am loved. I am guided. I am protected. Say it over and over and over again. Change the way you're thinking. Yeah, look at that. Another 9, spiritual strength. Trust your intuition. Why? Because there's a lot of deception going on here. And I'm going to tell you this, for some of you Sagittarius, is some of your friends and the people around you are fucking jealous about what you're going through right now. Okay? Fuck that. Again, setting yourself free. Oh, I don't know. Will my family approve? Who gives a fuck? Trust your intuition, though. And again, the Nine of Wands is out saying, let your defenses down. That ego is a no-go. Okay? It's just a defense mechanism. Stop deceiving yourself. Stop deceiving yourself. Stop deceiving yourself. Why are you deceiving yourself? You know? It's just like, why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself? It's the same principle. It's silly. All right. But I understand why. I mean, it's, you know, your past experiences have really fucked that up, you know? So, wow. Holy shit, man. Okay. Wow. This is such incredible energy here. Wow. Where do I start? Okay. First of all, you know, For this reading, this has two separate meanings. Number one, don't be tempted to focus on deception and envy. Give up. That's a 5. There's some things worth fighting for and other things you got to walk away from and stay out of the drama. Don't be causing any drama. Don't think that love needs to be dramatic in order to feel it. And pay attention. 5, 5, 5. You can't make this shit up. Prove me wrong. You deserve reciprocating energy, and that's what you need to focus on. If it's out of balance, put it into balance. Trust your intuition. Don't get all defense up. Don't put your defenses up when you have a little spat. Don't be tempted to do that, you know? But I'm going to tell you something. This is just great energy. Knight of Swords is communicating also. You could be also getting a communication. Ace of Swords, yes, absolutely communication coming in, but this is a new way of thinking. You need to transform your thinking, okay? Because look at this. Look at this. Look at that. The Wheel of Fortune, 10. The 10 of Pentacles, beautiful, stable relationship. 10 of Cups, fucking loving relationship. It's time. Could be dealing with a Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or Aquarius. What? You got 4 10s in this reading. And it all comes down to this. You're at this point where it's time to change. It's time to change old habits. The 5s have it. The 5s added together all equal 10. You see what I'm saying? This is payoff energy. This is great energy, especially when it comes to relationships. So don't fuck it up. Let's get some messages of love. Okay, what do we have for Sag? Release, radical acceptance and surrender can help you let go. Okay, again, don't be tempted to stick to old ways. Change them. Addiction, and addiction is affecting this relationship. Okay, so for some of you, it could literally be a physical addiction or mental addiction, but what I think this is that there are some of you Sages that believe that drama equals love. Fighting equals love. You know what I mean? It doesn't. It's just part of the dance that everybody's forgotten to fucking do. And friendship, this friendship is leading to more, fucking men. I mean, I'm telling you, this is a great week. Best reading I've done so far today. All right, so let's try these cards. What's the vibe? What's the vibe? These are new. Incorporating some different decks, you know. I get bored. It's not like I get bored. I just like a lot of decks at my disposal because before I start the weeklies or the weekend, I don't pick them. My guides do that. Oh, you're going to use this deck. You're going to use this with this one and this one. So, yeah, it's great. I just surrender. I'm just the mouthpiece and the card shuffler, folks. That's all I am. Uh-oh. Okay. Let's see. All these cards are face down except for this one, psychopath. Abusive, conniving, and unpredictable. I'm going to say it. I think it's your energy. I think you can get a little unpredictable. Don't be tempted to go there. That's probably what you're used to having. Again, the abusive, the conniving, the unpredictable energy is what you're used to. You're used to psychopath energy. And when finally someone comes around that's not, you don't know how to handle it. That could be very, very, very true. All right, now, shattered, broken, nightmares, failures. Okay, yeah, focusing on failure. You're still a little shattered. You're going through a transformation. You're almost there. You're almost there for the big payoff. Hang in there. Do your work, Sag. And clingy. What'd they do? Looks like they didn't change the font. Some of these cards, I'm telling you. Clingy. Old exes, dead relationships, old ways. Listen, Linda. Listen. It's laying it out right here. And soulmate. Twin flame, friendship, romantic partner, all in one. That's what all this is right here. That's fucking beautiful, Sag. I've been predicting it for months. I've been predicting it. All right, we're going to get a closing message from the Cosmic Energy Oracle and see what they got to add. Wow, look at that. This is all you got to focus on this week. Happiness. Because happiness comes from a fulfilled heart and harmonious relationships. And that's all you need to focus on is harmonious relationships. Not letting your traumas from your past still come up and infect these beautiful relationships that are transforming and growing. All right, Sag, that's going to do it for this week. Fucking excellent reading. Best of the week. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget the freaking weekend is posted midweek to give you the vibe for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I got you covered there too. And the summer solstice meditation is posted. Go ahead and do it. Work on these energies. That will help you release. That's probably one of the best solstice meditations I've done on record. So go do it. It's 13 minutes. If you don't have 13 minutes to spare, you should feel, you know what? You deserve what you get. I'm kidding. You know, I'm just fucking with you. And if you would like a personal tarot or astrology reading with me in person or online so I can berate you to your face, just click the link in the description and it'll bring you to my booking page. Sag, this is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy. And it's your fucking turn. Accept it, okay? Go for it. Love you all. Have a great week, and I will see you on the weekend. Capricorn, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your weekly tarot reading. Yes, that's right. And this is for June 23rd all the way to June 29th. So welcome, Capricorn. Hope you are enjoying this first week of summer. Hell to the yeah. We did it. We're here. And we're going to have a great time. You're damn right. Now, if you're new to the channel, hey, I'm Jeff. And I'm an astrologer and a psychic and a tarot reader and all the other things, you know, blah, 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 blah. Father of dragons, first of his name, you know, all of that. But I like to incorporate the energy of astrology and some of the heavy hitting energy into the week. And this week is no exception. So enjoy it. Sit back and relax. And we're starting off with June 25th. We're having a new moon, an excellent time to start things, a new approach, a new turn in the cycle of life. And this is happening in the sign of Cancer. All the energy is slowly shifted to Cancer now. We have the sun now in Cancer, summer solstice. Before that, we had Mercury jump into Cancer, and then we had Jupiter jump into Cancer. So that's a lot of emotional energy because Cancer is about emotions. And sometimes we can be very defensive with our emotions, you know. This new moon is shining light on your 7th house of relationships and how you emotionally involve yourself in your relationships. And especially with others and yourself, especially with yourself. So we're weighing that out. We get a new chance of maybe opening up to a relationship, feeling an emotional connection, allowing yourself to be vulnerable without being defensive. How do you swing that? You ask Jeff. Well, I don't have all the answers. If you figure it out before I do, let me know in the comments. Because, the Cancerian energy is very protective, you know. That's why you've got the big claws protecting the crab. And you try to even get near it. Oh, it's so cute. And it's going to fucking snap your finger off. You know what I mean? So that energy can be volatile for you. And it's opposite you in the spectrum of things. So you're constantly struggling with that emotional boundaries, I guess. So let's get a message from the Sword of Light to start the tarot section off from the Archangel Michael deck. I love to use these. And let's get the vibe. Let's start it. And it seems like it's this one. All right. Make a decision. Number 19. Are you choosing to prioritize yourself or another in this situation? Accept divine guidance pointing you toward your own joy. You deserve it. Now, we just were talking about that. So let's set this up. and read about it. Okay. The time has come for you to make a choice. So often when people are conflicted about a decision, it's because they are comparing the repercussions of choosing to make themselves happy versus giving someone else what they want. From Archangel Michael's perspective is that you can arrive at a choice from within of one of the three spaces: the mind, the heart, and the angelic or divine guidance. Notice where your eye is drawn in the image. Okay. The sword, the mind, the white feather, angelic guidance, or the ruby, your heart. This may provide you with the guidance as to which aspect of your human existence might be especially helpful at this time. The scales represent your desire for all of these things to be in balance. But if that were the case, then you probably wouldn't be receiving this message at this time. You would have already made a choice because it would be easy. Ask yourself, Capricorn, if you have too often gone with the option of making someone else happy, I just got to turn the page, at your own expense, then ask yourself if it isn't time for you to bring the scales back into balance by choosing what you truly want. Archangel Michael will support you whatever way you choose. Okay? So, what aspect are you going to be using to make that decision? You know, and that new moon is giving you an opportunity to emotionally choose. You know, am I nurturing myself, versus others, or are you just making the scales balance by doing it both? You know. All right, let's get some angel numbers for you because we ain't done. And I made these last week, and now they're going to be a part of the readings. So I hope you like them. Because, you know, for a while there, it would just be, seeing the angel numbers with repeating card numbers. And then I'd look them up on Google for you. And I'm like, you know what? Let's just establish this. Okay, there we go. Unbelievable. 666. No, it's not the sign of the devil. You know, every time I think I should get this, I'm going to have a sound effect where it sounds like lightning crashing because it's not what you think. What it actually is, if I would hold my hand still, it's realignment, harmony in relationships, and reflection. So the scales offer that reflection, okay? It's getting harmony in relationships, that balancing that scale. It's realignment for you. Good, good. And it's a time for reflection, to make a decision, all right? Okay, let's get the vibe, shall we? Thank you so much for being here, Capricorn. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, because Jeffy is about to give you the vibe for the week. I'm starting to sound more and more like a zoo radio DJ. 45 degrees for you, Capricorn. Beautiful sunny day. All right. Okay, yeah, this nurturing energy up the wazoo, okay? The Wheel of Fortune in this week says it's time. It's time for realignment. But there's some uncertainty here. That's what clouds the decision. The Eight of Swords, and again, more cloudiness, you know. I don't know what to do. Is this too good to be true? Judgment, set yourself free because you're judging yourself with the Eight of Swords and maybe others. And you just, again, we need to realign that. Eight of Cups is walking away from this emotional pull towards, I'm stuck. You're not. All right? It's time for reflection here. The moon also offers that. But the Eight of Cups is eventually releasing what, you know, it's time to kind of move forward in this emotional aspect, okay? Because it balances out. Seven of Pentacles is putting your time and energy into things that pay off. Because if it's doing this to you, it's not worth it. The Empress is about nurturing. The new moon is about nurturing. And this is the relationships, a huge focus on relationships with others and yourself. So this whole crux is no, it's not selfish to nurture yourself. There may be a thought pattern in you that says, I'm not worthy of nurturing myself. Nobody does it for me. You know what I'm saying? It almost sinks into like a victim mentality, and we're walking away from that and really putting our thoughts in focus. That's what you do, Capricorn. You get to work. You know what I mean? But it's nurturing and it's time. Excellent. I love it. Now, let's get some oracles. But there's this pattern from the past that needs to go. Again, the moon is showing, with this new moon, so it's heavy emotional energy that just makes you tank. And you know it. You know that that's something. It's like almost like something takes over. Not like being possessed, but it's like your tarot card is the devil, so you're always dealing with that demon inside. Yeah, mental conflict. Yeah. Movements, choices, and decisions to make this week. And it's all right. Pay attention to twos. Do we have another two? We will, I'm sure. And have faith. Use your inner wisdom. Know that this works out for you, okay? Maybe just releasing indecision and letting the universe just guide you instead of trying to fucking control every part of it, That's what causes all of this mental conflict. You're not really surrendering to the process, okay? Where you can focus on nurturing your relationships instead of trying to control those too, But things come into realignment, into harmony, when you just simply let yourself be guided. The Wheel of Fortune is saying, and then in the meantime, just nurture yourself. We'll bring you the appropriate, energies to be able to move forward in whatever you're doing. Okay. Now look at this. Holy shit. Yes, there is definitely an emotional issue from the past. This is a dual meaning here, though. So we're dealing with these past issues, which causes this mental conflict and this uncertainty. So it's relationship-based that all of this is talking about. But the Six of Swords, pay attention because there's another six here. Six of Cups, Six of Swords, is saying you're coming out of the emotional turmoil and starting to really open up to love. Is that possible? Yes, it is, with much reflection. Okay, now, this is where it gets interesting. Nurture yourself. The sun, baby. That's all you need to do. Go bareback riding on a horse this week. You know what I mean? This is growth and nurturing. See, that's the choice. Can I nurture this? Is that all I have to do? You mean I don't have to fight and try to figure things out? No, you just go with the flow. Knight of Pentacles is saying slow and steady. Slow and steady. Feet on the ground. The past, you get caught up. Brings things out of balance. Boom. Things are fucked up. But look, there's more. We have the Two of Cups. The Lovers and the World. Holy shit. Now, 666. You can't make this shit up, guys. The Two of Cups, the Lovers and the World. Wow. Wow. Pay attention. Just let it unfold. Stop trying to figure it out. That's what you used to do in the past. And it'd be all wrong. And you built this fantasy in your head. Focus, Jeff, right here. And then it didn't pan out. What are we doing here? Focus. Okay, there we go. All right. See, that's all you have to do. A little reflection and it brings realignment in. This is saying take your time. Nurture, nurture, nurture. Don't do what you did before. It's big time for that. This relationship, though, sweet. Primo. Now, let's get some messages of love. Messages of love. Messages of love. Warning, don't dismiss the red flags here, and I've been throwing them up. You know? Awakening. Someone is undergoing a spiritual transformation. That is you. That is you. Because this person is in your life to teach you a spiritual lesson. So pay attention to the lesson and nurture your awakening to a much better, more satisfying level of relationship. You fucking deserve it, and just let it flow. There's indecision and, again, trying to emotionally control the room. And guess what, Capricorn? You can't do it. You just can't. You have to go with the flow. Just be yourself. You don't have to be anybody else. But the red flag is when you try to control the situation. And I coughed out of nowhere, which means that, you know, speak your truth. But don't be so damn harsh about it. You know what I'm saying? Interesting. For some of you, legal, lawyers, court or paperwork. Okay. Maybe that's what you treat it as. You know, well, we're signing a contract here. You know, you don't need to be that way. Some of you could just be dealing with some legal issues, and I'm going to tell you that right now. It's going to work out in your favor, all right? That's for some of you. Now, toxic, drama, arguments, incompatible. Now, that is what all of this is you're used to drama, you're used to arguments, you're used to being incompatible with people and not dismissing the red flags, knowing this. And then you're like, well, see how that relationships don't work. And burned bridges, lack of trust, disloyal, turned back on. Turned the back on. Don't burn bridges. That's what you do. Fuck it, I'm lighting it all on fire. Don't do that, because it might cause you a legal issue. You know what I mean? But this almost seems like this is the past. This is the way it's been. Toxic, burning bridges, you know, police involved, you know, like fucking restraining orders. It doesn't need to be that way. This looks too fucking good to always repeat this cycle. It's about time to get harmony in your relationships and realignment. The sixes have it, kids. All right. Let's get cosmic energy from another new deck. We're just doing all kinds of new things, ain't we? Because we're realigning. Look at that connection. Stay connected with others, nature, and the universe. That's what you do this week. And again, that new moon is giving you the opportunity to connect with yourself and others. You can't make this shit up. And when you do, we get harmony in relationships and realignment, something we desperately need to do. Making the decision is just letting go. It's not going to be like it was before. Stop thinking that, or you'll create that. All right, everybody. Capricorn, that's a fucking great reading. I mean, this right here is just absolutely gobsmacking. And if you're not experiencing this, you're fucking up. Open up to it. Okay? Capricorn, I love you all. Enjoy your week. Be safe, be crazy, be wild, and don't burn any bridges. And I love you, and I'll see you all no weekend. Aquarius, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your weekly tarot reading. And this tarot reading is going to be for June 23rd all the way to June 29th. Welcome, Aquarius. Happy first week of summer. We made it. We're here. Do you Aquariuses like summer? I know you're all born in the winter and the dead of everything, but do you like summer? Do you embrace it? Or do you hide away in your hobbit hole? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. I hope you're embracing this beautiful, beautiful time of the year. This is, of course, a time where all you do is nurture yourself. Cancer energy is abundant around us at this time. And for this week, on June 25th, we're having a new moon in Cancer. The moon rules Cancer. So this is an extra new moon. This is a great time for new beginnings. And these new beginnings happen and put a focus on your 6th house of routine and your daily work. How are you moving through your day? Are you moving at an emotional pace like, just fucking mad at the world? Or are you doom scrolling all day, sitting in bed till fucking 3 o'clock in the afternoon? Are you eating like shit? Are you thinking about, getting a little, sexy? Get on a diet, exercise. This is about giving yourself an opportunity for the next month to change your routine. Change it up. Change is good. Change equals growth. It can't always be sunny. You got to have a little bit of a balance of that stuff there. If you're eating like shit, take steps to eat better. And it's really, it's just honoring your body. When I heard years ago that, your body is a temple and you should be very, 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 wary about what you put in it, and it would make me feel guilty because I would just eat like a fucking pig, you know what I mean? Not give a shit, smoking and drinking and boozing and drugging and, eating out of a drive-through at 2 a.m, that kind of shit. And it became a habit. And then I changed and just started fasting and eating fucking organic food. Meat, eggs, vegetables, little bit of fruit, No seed oils, no drive-through, no processed food, no nothing. And it changed my life. It's like clarity. It's given me more clarity than a good fucking meditation session or a ayahuasca session. You know what I mean? And I'm not doing ayahuasca, but that's all I fucking need to do. If I do that, I'm going to do it live on YouTube. But you see what I'm saying? It's like, Aquarius, this is the time to really trim the fat out of your daily life because you're just burning the hours up, okay? So, excellent opportunity. All right? Let's get a message from the Archangel Michael deck. And we got number 7. Change is coming. Archangel Michael is here to guide you through this exciting transformation. This is a time of joyous opportunities. Gemini got this card also. Interesting. And Libra got 555, which is change and transformation. So air signs are definitely going through a collective transformation. Let me know in the comments if that is true, what kind of transformation you're going through. All right, so here it is. This is a great little description for it too, so pay attention, all right? It is a source of unending curiosity to the angelic realm that so many humans are unhappy in their current life situation while simultaneously being terrified of change. It's true. Your guardian angels and Archangel Michael have to prod and push and nudge to get you to give up even the things you desperately do not want in order to allow for happier things to come in. This is sometimes the underlying purpose of a situation that progressively gets more and more unpleasant for you. The universe needs to make you so uncomfortable that you'll finally take those steps towards joy. It's true. And I got plenty of stories that I could tell you that align with that. But here's the truth. Aquarius, change is coming. It just is. You can fight it and make the process challenging, or you can embrace it. You can live in fear of it, or you can have faith that the divine loves every little thing about you and only wants you to be happy, and you deserve it, because that is also the truth. The universe loves you. It nurtures you. It gives you everything you need to nurture yourself. Around you is a rainbow of opportunities to grow and find happiness. Archangel Michael is here to help, and he won't let you fall. It's going to be great. So he says, let's do this. Let's do this, Aquarius. And with all the energy that's been going on with you in the last year, it's definitely a good sign. Speaking of signs, here's your angel numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. The time is now. Take the first steps. Change is coming. The time is now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Remember that? All right, let's get the vibe for you, Aquarius. Thank you so much for being here. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. If you're new to the channel, hey, let's get the vibe for the week. I'm excited. How about you? Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You know, are you still sitting in front of the TV Saturday morning watching cartoons? You know, when you could be out going for a walk or cleaning that fucking room of yours because you know you're a pig. You know, I'm just messing with you. Ooh, this is great energy. Okay, wow, 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 shit. Yes. I really like this. Okay, so this is what we got. Great ending here. Very successful. 5 of Cups, you're wasting your energy. See, this is exactly it. You're ruminating about something here, Aquarius. You're just taking all those beautiful cups that the universe hands you and just dumping them down the void. You know, shoulda, woulda, coulda. The King of Swords says, what are you fucking doing? You know, like, you're a lot wiser than you give yourself credit for. And it's time to change that. How? The first step is having faith with the Hierophant. Having faith. The universe has got your back. And take a note from nature right now. Everything is blooming under the sun because it's summertime. The sun nurtures the beautiful weather. It makes everything bloom to its full potential. You need to embrace that energy. Okay? When you do, you see how the arms are raised in a V for victory, not for victims. And that's success. Embrace. Taking that first step is having faith and just opening up. And 10 of Pentacles is the payoff. You could be getting a job, much stable. You could be opening, I see a lot of you finding the house you want to get. I think finally, some of you are closing on a house. Very interesting. I'm getting that. I also see babies. Fertility. Yeah. For some of you Aquariuses. Wow, those messages are just racing in. Just like a little breeze just blows in through my intuition and says, make sure you mention about fertility. They're going to have a baby. They've been trying. So let me know in the comments if that's true, Aquarius, if that resonates with not all of you, of course, but some of you. Because that was a specific message for some of you. Some of you are specific message of closing on a house and fertility drugs are working. Okay? You got to have faith. Weird. All right, let's get some oracles to add to this. Thank you. Look at that transformation. Yeah, it's happening. It's happening. Allow it. You need that. Partnerships and alliances, very good. And harmony with the lovers. Another 6. Excellent. This is good energy here. This is celebrating. This is feeling good. Stepping into what, stepping into a new way of life with that sixth house influence. Mingya. It makes things possible. Okay. Now, let's look at love. Love is all around you. Yeah, it's time. With the Wheel of Fortune, the time is now. That enforces that message right here. Definitely. So this could be about a relationship. Maybe moving on. Something to that effect. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. It's time to put to rest. Maybe something from the past. That I think you're still stuck in the past about a relationship, some of you. And you need to make a decision. The time is now. Take the first steps, all right? How? You empower yourself. Another 3. You empower yourself. You're definitely moving on to this. This is transformation. This is taking the first steps, moving towards calmer waters with that 6 of Swords. And King of Wands embraces change instead of fighting it. Could be dealing with a Leo here. And look at that. 2 of Cups to the Wheel of Fortune. Another 10. More 2s. Wheel of Fortune. It's happening, baby. It's time. Some of you are stepping into a wonderful relationship here. Stable. I have to say stable. Very stable. Let's get messages of love. See, I like throwing different oracles at it because it just rounds out the story. It reiterates a lot, too. Okay. Balance. One person is giving too much in this relationship. That needs to change. Okay? You need reciprocating energy. And if you're not getting it, go get it somewhere else. Open up to it. See what I'm saying? Pay attention to 666. I just saw that there. So let's look it up. It's not what you think. Oh my God, marked with the devil. No, it's not. Jesus Christ. It's realignment. It's harmony in relationships and it's reflection. So, again, payoff in relationships. Strictly sexual. This connection is passionate but not enduring. All right, now, every time this card comes out, I'm baffled by it. So, do we want something more than just sex? Is it more emotional? You know, and you're going through a lot of Cancerian energy right now. And so that's, you know, emotionally aligning to something that's more suitable for you. You see what I'm saying? And reflecting on that, you know, is just having sex satisfy me or not? You gotta make a decision there. You know, sometimes it works for me. I guess that's all I need. It'll shut me up for a couple weeks, you know, but there's still something missing. So maybe that's what you need to reflect on. And second chance. This relationship deserves a second chance. Now, the 6 of Cups is showing somebody coming back around, but they better have embraced change like a motherfucker, because if they're the same old, don't go back to it, you know. But I think this is a lot of moving on. And there's things definitely coming together. This is a great reading. This is a fantastic reading, but you got to change the way you're doing things. You know what I mean? So let's add some new decks. It's What's the Vibe? Question mark. Let's break these cards in together, shall we? Legal. Lawyers, court, paperwork. Maybe that's what you're trying to see. The balance card there is kind of showing justice, but the Wheel of Fortune says that it's going to work out in your favor. So some of you could be dealing with some legal shit, you know? Okay. What else do we have? Longing, missing you. Let's talk, reunion. Okay. So definitely for some of you, a second chance here. Just be careful, please. Please, 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 please. And exhausted, burned out, burdened, and empty. Yeah. Excuse me. Some of you need to speak your truth too. I don't cough like that during a reading. This could be with this strictly sexual. Maybe you're just burned out on that. That's what leaves you empty, is sex just isn't the answer. You know what I mean? And today, good vibes, being in the now and in the moment. Look at that. Look at that old lady just lighting a candle, lighting a cigarette off a fucking birthday cake. I mean, that's being in the moment, I guess. Oh my God, it's great. All right. So let's get closing messages with this deck, Cosmic Energy Oracle cards. I really love this deck. I mean, this one's great too, but some of it can be kind of goofy. But this is just an all-around great deck. Okay. Closing messages is this. Connection. Stay connected with others, nature, and the universe. Great time to do it with the Sun card. Excellent. And it's all about connections. Harmony in relationships. That is a huge focus this week for you. And abundance. Abundance comes from inner fulfillment and outer effort. So, reaping what you sow. Excellent. Love that. Love that. All right, Aquarius, that's going to do it for this week. Wow. The time is now. It's all there. Pay attention. Go back and rewatch it if you have to. But this is great energy. All right, Aquarius, I love you all. Don't forget to watch The Freaking Weekend. That's takes care of Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I got you covered there. That's posted midweek. And you want to feel better? Go ahead and check out the summer solstice meditation I posted. It's a guided meditation, 13 minutes. You can put that into your routine, you know, and it will calibrate your chakras. It will release what no longer serves you and make you feel fucking right as rain. Absolutely. And if you would like a personal reading with me, tarot or astrology, in person or online, you can click the link in the description and it'll bring you to my booking page, Aquarius. Embrace this beautiful energy and take the first steps towards realignment. There might be a second chance coming along for some of you. Tread lightly. All right? I love you all. Have a great week, and I'll see you on the weekend. Pisces, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your weekly tarot reading. This tarot reading is going to be for June 23rd all the way to June 29th. So welcome, Pisces, to the first week of summer. We did it. We're here. We got it. Yes. I hope you are enjoying yourself. Now, I've been saying a lot lately is that this summer, now that it's in full swing, we need to be present. We need to be in the moment. And you're like, Jeff, what do you mean present? That means that we shouldn't be bringing up the past or thinking about the past and letting go of the past and stop projecting into the future. Just be right now in this moment. Take it in. Gratitude helps with that, guys. Nurturing yourself. This is the time of year where we nurture and grow through finding our joy in the moment, not joy in the past, nostalgia. You can have a little bit of that. That catalysts growth. Hope, that catalysts future growth. You see what I'm saying? But right now is the only time that matters. Now, let's get to the astrology. You know I'm an astrologer and a tarot reader. If you're new to the channel, yep, that's what I do, folks. So I'm going to lay it on you. And this week, June 25th, we're having a new moon in fellow water sign Cancer. So a lot of energy in Cancer, a lot of emotions coming to the surface that may need to get out. It's not going to be all that pretty. Growth requires a certain amount of struggle, you know? And this is happening in your fifth house. This is a new moon in its own sign. It's powerful, and it's in your fifth house of romance. Children, finding joy in what you do, giving and receiving love. It's opening up to romance. That water energy, very romantic, very dreamy. I look at it for this new moon for you is opening up to joy and finding joy in all that you do. And if you do not feel joy in what you're doing, then you shouldn't be doing it. And that's something you should consider. Now on the 26th, Mercury, the planet of communication, who moves very fast, is moving already out of Cancer and moving into Leo. I'll bet you $10 it's going to bounce back in soon, but who knows? You know, Mercury is that little trickster that's just all over the place. Now he's moving into Leo and pulling his tail. You're going to get a lot of roaring going on. You know what I mean? But it's catalyzing to release this. All right? Make sense? All right. Now, let's get a message to start the reading from Archangel Michael with the Sword of Light Oracle. Yes, I like this. Which one? Oh. All is in perfect timing. This is it. It's time to take action now, Pisces. Archangel Michael will be here to help you every step of the way. Wow. And it's the number one. Let's read more about it. Extra, read all about it. Pisces says it's time. All right, the doors of opportunity have opened for you, Pisces, and you're being invited to walk right through. This is the moment you've been waiting for, and you deserve the goodness that is flowing your way. If you are asking about a situation in the future, then you should take this message to mean that your anticipated timing is perfect. Stay with your current plan. This card indicates that there will be great abundance tied to this timing. It might be related to financial prosperity if that's your plan. It could be that a multitude of happy experiences are in store for you. Perhaps you can expect ample help from others to make your dreams come true. In whatever form this abundance presents itself, accept it and share your gratitude with the divine. I like that. Something to be happy and joyful about. I'll tell you that much. Now, let's get your angel numbers for you, Pisces. And it's a reset, new beginnings, and taking a chance. 000. Does anybody really know what time it is? Does anybody really care? New beginnings. Perfect timing. Something's on its way to you. Pay attention to the messages. And it's time to take a chance, too. See, it's kind of like the Fool card, you know? That reset. Doors opening, new beginnings, all in perfect timing. God damn, you're moving with the universe, and it feels good. Pisces, thank you so much for being here. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. And let's see what the cards have for your vibe. Okay, there we go. We got this. Yeah. Wow. Okay. We're switching those right there. Yes. Okay. Boom. All right. We're focusing on this. Everything is working out to your favor. The scales are starting to balance out. If you're not feeling that, then you're focused on the wrong thing. You're focusing on the imbalance. Your guides are saying to focus on the balance, okay? And things even out for you. Things may be a little bit off kilter, but this week, everything's lining up for you. The Four of Swords and the Hangman are together to say this. First of all, get some rest. You may think that you can burn the candle at both ends. You can't. You need some rest, especially from this stuck perspective you're in. Get some perspective. That's what's causing the imbalance here also for you. Ten of Swords to the King of Wands is embracing change and moving towards it. And you do by getting rid of the negative mentality here. Pay attention to that, okay? Ten of Swords is walking away from that negativity. So you're doing what's being prescribed here, which is wonderful. Now, let's get some oracles. Okay. Ooh, all right, sacral. Where's your joy? This is your pleasure center. Ooh, X marks the spot. You need to have more joy into your life. The new moon is giving you the opportunity to open up to that. That's the big thing. And it's also releasing and letting go any old childhood patterns and beliefs. All right? Use your inner wisdom. Have faith. You know what's got to be done. Take charge of this by action, being patient with yourself, and recognition and reward. I love that. Because you're making a change here. You're following your gut, and it's paying off. Now, let's look at relationships for singles and couples of all types. Yeah, the sacral, joy. The pleasure principle. Janet Jackson. Okay, let's see. All right, you see that? I did little flips. All right, Eight of Pentacles is the only one facing up, reminding you to put in the work in your relationships. It can't be all wine and roses. Yeah, look at that. You got to make a decision here. You're kind of stuck and fixated in some kind of belief. Maybe a childhood thing, insecurity, another two. Pay attention to that. The Six of Cups is saying that you're kind of sitting in the past. This is definitely a childhood issue. And is very determined on your happiness. And if you deal with this and get out of this stuck mentality, it works in your favor. Some may be having, for singles, maybe somebody's coming around second chance. Page of Wands is saying you're taking life way too seriously, especially when it comes to relationships. And you need a new way of approaching this. Messages are coming in. Maybe you have been distant. But you do make a choice here, and it's the best one. With that Ten of Swords payoff to the Ace of Swords. Yes, absolutely. Ace to the Two of Swords to the Ten of Swords. Instead of sitting in indecision, you choose and you move on. And it's a great decision, especially when it comes to relationships. Now, let's get some messages of love. I just love these cards. Okay, we got a lot of them. Different pages. You and this person don't share the same vision. Maybe that's what's got you blinded here. You know, you're trying to fit a square peg in a round hole. Yeah, decision. It's time to decide about this relationship. Yeah. Children. Children are important to this partnership. Okay, so, you know, the 5th house is about kids. Maybe that's what it is. You know, the 6 of Cups also has to do with children. Interesting. Time apart. Some distance will help bring clarity. Maybe that's what maybe y'all need a vacation from your kids. I know. Leave them with grandma. Intuition. She loves them. You already know the answers you seek. Yeah. So this is clarification for a lot of you Pisces out there. You know, we just maybe need some downtime. Now, let's use the new decks. The what's the vibe? Question mark. I've already found some spelling errors in here, so let's explore them together, shall we? All right. Boundaries. Disrespectful. Enough is enough. Defend yourself. Now, you need boundaries this week, especially with yourself. Forget other people. You need boundaries with yourself. Yeah, two-faced. Double life, cheater, backstabber. Jesus. Two-faced. Two. Interesting. That's for a specific number of you Pisces out there. And burned bridges, lack of trust, disloyal, turned back on. Time apart, burned bridges. Did you burn the bridge? Did you set that bitch on fire? Now you're trying to figure out how to get back over there. Maybe time to start over. You never know. Okay? All right, now let's get closing message with the Cosmic Energy Oracle decks. I love this deck. I've got more on the way too. So one of my students turned me on to one of his decks he got. And yeah, what a fucking beautiful deck. You'll see. You'll see. Thanks, Kevin. He's a Pisces. And he's watching right now. Good job doing readings for me and Stevie. We're going to do it again for everybody else, too. Compassion. Embrace others' differences. Accept your own imperfections. Yeah. See, that's the thing. You need boundaries with yourself. There's a lot of negative self-talk there that doesn't need to exist. Support. Seek support. You don't have to bear everything alone. Well, if you burn that bridge... There's new bridges to be built, though, really. And gratitude. Be grateful for every moment. Keep a heart of gratitude this week. Yes, that will balance everything out. And last but not least is happiness. That's all you need to focus on this week. Happiness comes from a fulfilled heart and harmonious relationships. So take a chance. Try something you haven't done before. The balance you will achieve, but you need to make a decision, especially when it comes to some relationships that just need to be either cut off or some fucking boundaries. All right, Pisces? Resets. Everything in perfect timing. All is well. All right, Pisces, that's going to do it for this week. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to watch the freaking weekend. And the solstice meditation is up. Go ahead and do that. 13 minutes of recalibrating your energy, opening up to the solstice energy. It's fantastic. And if you would like a personal reading with me, tarot or astrology, in person or online, you can click the link in the description and it'll bring you to my booking page, Pisces. So much to unpack here, but everything is working out in your favor, just as it should. Have a heart of gratitude and focus on happiness and have some fucking fun this week. All right. I love you all. Have a great week, and I will see you on the weekend.